And welcome everybody to series finale of the Horror at Oak Hill, our Hunter the Reckoning Chronicle. My name is Bolthra, and I will be your storyteller tonight. And let's get ready to start a game. So I'm going to introduce my players. Let me introduce. Oh, it's been a long week. Let them introduce themselves. Let's try that again, Tom. Okay, we're going to start off with Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Eleanor Bennett, who is very inquisitive and is a techie. She's been using drones the whole time. And up until recently, this was fine. But the most recent events have freaked her out a little bit, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you, Jen. Let's go with Minty Bo next.
Hi, everyone. I am Mint. You can call me Minty Bo, any of that. I am playing Quinn Wilkins, the finally coming to terms with the fact that they are dealing with supernatural forces as a person with just a first aid kit, some needles, and a gun, and now a homemade flamethrower. But we're going to make it work.
Awesome. And Aloysius.
Hello, I'm Aloysius, playing Owen Nasser, underground occultist. Currently, only 3 fingers on his right hand due to frostbite, and really hoping to get a book back. We'll see how that goes.
And Ray.
I'm Raybo. I play Thomas, and I have no clue what's going on.
Well, we
It's been a minute.
Yeah, we sort of guided you through. You've been providing spiritual counseling for
that's what I'm good for.
That's what you're good for, right? So let's get started, everyone. Just as a notice for everyone, this game will contain mature language and situations, including physical violence, body horror, and gore. Though our setting is a closed mental health facility, all references to patient conditions and diagnoses are presented in a fictional manner. If something in our content should trouble you, please take a break and return to the game later if you choose. It will be available on YouTube. All right, let's do a recap from episode 3. The team followed Deputy Townsend's car to the hospital, where the girl who had been injured, had lost her forearms, was rushed to surgery. Owen's frozen hand grew darker and curled up like a dead spider once the book was removed from his grasp. He was later rushed to surgery as well, and his hand stabilized as best could be. In the meantime, the deputy, meeting with Eleanor and Quinn, took the book, calling it evidence, and swiftly left the hospital. From there, it was followed by one of Eleanor's drones back to Oak Hill, where he parked and entered the facility via the front door. After proceeding inside, the team chose wisely to withdraw and wait for backup from their remaining members. So this now takes us to right outside the facility in the parking lot. They will be receiving backup in the form of Owen, Wyatt, and Rebecca returning from the hospital, so that they will have their full team once they decide to either proceed inside or come up with a new plan outside. They do know that the deputy entered the facility with the book, and they do not know where he went. When they went inside, they really just kind of looked at stayed on the first floor where they had been earlier. And let me bring up my map. Apologies, I should have had this up earlier.
You'll get there.
The mistake of every DM out there. I should have had it pulled up ahead of time.
Exactly. Let's go. And there we go. Okay, so the team had come in through the first, on the first floor. They had proceeded as far as back into the nurse's station. While they were here, As they'd come in through this door, they found one of the teenage girls in the basement slumped behind this door, not moving. They had kind of made the team had made it about this far when they heard a rustling sound, and then the door on this side, because there's a door that leads to the basement on either side. The west door had moved slightly, almost seeming like maybe it had been opened or closed. It was at that point they got the message from Rebecca that they were on their way with Owen, and the team just chose to sort of retreat tactfully, or tactical retreat, I guess that's the expression you use, and had gone back outside. They are now outside, sitting in Eleanor's car.
Right.
As Rebecca's car pulls up, Owen was sitting up front, probably with his hand in a sling.
Oh.
He can choose to take the sling off if he'd like to, but his hand is heavily bandaged.
I'll keep it there for the time being.
And Rebecca and Wyatt join the team.
Okay.
To stand outside and let them begin to discuss what their plans are going forward.
All right. The first thing I'm going to do is dig the hard drives that I took out of the computers out of my backpack and hand them to Wyatt.
Okay.
Here, I kept them safe for you.
Okay. He's like, I'm gonna go throw him in the car. Then I guess he goes back over, puts him in the makes the car, make sure it's locked. Comes back, says thank you.
Yep.
Wyatt was carrying a baseball bat with him.
Oh my.
Rebecca had a pistol with her. I don't think the rest of the team really were armed at all, but I'll let you all just kind of do a recap on that. Oh, the flamethrower. That's right.
Yep. For anyone who was not there for you getting to use something fun, Quinn is holding what looks to be a sort of, it almost looks like someone decided to let the kids loose for arts and crafts in 5th grade with hazardous materials. There are 2 broken off wooden desk legs forming an L. On one at an angled kind of downward slope is a bottle of rubbing alcohol with wire wrapping it to one leg. The 2 legs are wrapped together with more wire that looks like from a telephone cord. And at the end, attached in like a little divot, is a Zippo lighter. Very crude, but it's, for right now, looks like it's stable.
Right. Eleanor, I don't recall if she's armed at all.
She's got a baseball bat. She used
baseball
it to
bat
swing
as
at the
well.
girls that got up after they were dead.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so she has a bat as well. Thomas is armed with his faith. I don't recall if he was armed with anything else though.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just got his hands.
And he has his Bible. I know that
Yes.
he keeps his. Okay. Alrighty. And now to the one-armed wonder.
The question is, are you armed?
I got one functional one.
Okay.
Well, I got 2 functional ones if it comes down to it, but you know.
Okay. We're gonna skip ahead a bit. I'm going to basically there's going to be a recap really to Rebecca about what occurred. That you witnessed the deputy take the book that Owen had been carrying. Just kind of as a recap on that, when the characters in episode 2 had been in the basement, they encountered a group of teenager girls who were down there, who that when the characters got to the basement, the girls were all dead, murdered in various horrific ways. There in the center of the basement was a crudely drawn pentagram. At the center of the pentagram lay a book, a journal of sorts, that Owen decided perhaps might be valuable, and had reached his hand in to get it. He encountered a very, very cold substance force. They're not quite sure what it was, that basically has just about atrophied his hand. It's like extreme frostbite. and the book was taken by the deputy who had escorted the team to the hospital. So, knowing that perhaps this book might be of some value to something in Oak Hill, the team is ready to make their next move. And this is, I guess, where I'm going to let you guys discuss potentially what you'd like to do. If you need the map of the outside brought up, let me know. Otherwise, we'll stick with the first floor map.
Okay. Well, we don't know where he went exactly. Go ahead.
I guess the obvious is need to be brought up. Owen, are you going to be functional?
I will make it work. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't up for whatever's gonna go down.
Right. And they'll look to kind of Father Thomas, but they look like they don't know how to get the words out. When you know what, Father Thomas, and like Quinn will kind of like basically just make sure they got everything right. We'll go over the events of Father Thomas's ability from when they were originally being chased by the horde by the corpses, both in character and out of character. Get a chance to recap, but of how Thomas was able to repel them.
Mm-hmm.
Does that have a limit, Father Thomas? Does it drain anything from you? Is there anything we need to be worried about there? I'm not a religious person, so I don't know how that works. I didn't say enough Hail Marys to get that.
To my knowledge, no. It was just something that came from me, just from the strength that the Lord has given me. It didn't, to my knowledge, I didn't get depleted or anything like that. It just came up. Plus, I was also, raised on the farm and stuff like that. So I'm really good with working with my hands as well. So we should be good to go.
And Eleanor, baseball bat.
Yeah.
I mean, could definitely prove useful. That's for sure.
It worked before.
Worked before.
Rebecca says, hold on a second. She goes back over to the car for a second, opens up the trunk, and pulls out a tire iron and walks up to Owen, slaps it in his one hand. Here you go. Now you're armed.
Okay. You're prepared for all kinds of situations.
Is it like the cross one, or just
no? Luckily, not that. That would be cool. Back fell creature of the night. Exactly.
Oh my!
Just shuriken it.
Yeah.
I always liked in what was it? I think it was From Dusk Till Dawn. They were making a cross with the shotgun.
Oh yeah.
And the stakes. They were like. Save that for future games. Okay. You are armed. Let's go back to our map.
Okay.
Roll that beautiful map footage. And again, maps provided by Olga. Thank you very much. And artwork by our friend Nerdbert. Thank you very much. See how I got that plug in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. So the entrance you've been in before is the front. There is a faster way to the basement. If you went down, and let's actually show that map. I'd like to give you options.
It's like Baskin Robbins, all the options.
You got it. Let's stop screen, present. Let's see if I can get really fancy with this. I don't think I can get can't get two maps up at the same time.
Oh, that's too bad.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So this is the parking lot where you came in. We assumed you're parking over here. This is a hill that slopes down. There is a road that goes out and around. And this is a truck bay that leads into the basement.
1 minute, I'm stuck in the house.
Now, there's no guarantee these doors are open. They probably are not open. That is another option to go to the basement should you choose to go to the basement. I can't guarantee there's nothing nasty around here, says the storyteller.
Uh-huh.
but it is an option as well. So
It's fine.
So we have to figure out where this liar of a deputy is.
Right. He's probably in here somewhere, but I don't know where.
I don't suppose that I should do the stereotypical white horror person thing and say we split up. So let's not do that.
please do.
I was going to say, this isn't an episode of Scooby-Doo. I don't think it's
No.
safe.
Well, I was going to say who's Shaggy then.
Quinn will look the place over and look to the group.
No.
What do y'all think? We don't have a lot of time, but if we're doing whatever we're going to do, we got to come in agreement on it.
You still have your drones as well. So.
I do.
I
can
was
see if he's
about to
down
say-
there. Yeah.
I was about to say, how
Get the drones going.
are them robots of yours?
They're fine. Yeah, they're fine. Which one do you want me to? Well, I'll just send them both down to the basement and see what happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need to scope it out.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so from the parking lot down this way?
I could do that. It's not going to get us in the door. I mean, I can send them. Yeah, I'm going to send the one with the camera down there to see if the doors can be opened easily. And then I'm
Okay.
going to send the heat one down to the basement.
Okay. Inside? to the
Yeah,
basement?
inside.
Okay.
In case he's down
From,
there.
from the elevator.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, through the elevator.
Yeah, that is technically you can do them at the same time.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to split up
Yep.
kind of what you see. So
Yeah. Well, she's probably got it on split screen. So.
Mhm.
you know.
yep.
Yeah,
But she does have the ability to do that, and I believe that is one of her edges.
Mhm.
So we're gonna need to have you roll that edge.
Okay. How many?
So let's take a look here. Can you tell me what that edge is called on your sheet?
Let's see.
I'll look it up
Did
there.
we fill it out?
Mhm. It's under your
I
edges.
don't know. Mhm. I'm not seeing it.
Okay, hold on. Let me get your sheet.
Yeah.
It is da 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 da. Where's she at? Okay. It is. I think it's autonomous. It's under
Is that it?
drone jockey, but it's I think it's autonomous.
Oh,
'Cause I
okay.
want-
Oh, yeah. Now I see it. Yes.
Yeah, because I want to see what you roll for that. So
I don't know.
da da da.
Mhm.
Let's see. Please hold.
Oh no.
Turn jockey. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Complicated decision trees need a successful roll plus technology test at an appropriate difficulty. Any skills while used in this mode, use a flat pool of 5 dice rather than the hunter's wits plus technology.
So 5 dice?
Blah blah blah. Let's keep it simple. I'm going to have you roll a wits and technology for each drone.
For
It's
each
just-
drone.
I'm just going to
Okay.
keep it simple. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember how many dice it needs for each one. So
Well,
wits
you're going to take your
is-
wits and your technology.
Yeah. Okay. Wits is 3. So let's roll those. I've got a 1, a 2, and I think that's a 9.
Okay, so that's 1.
Yeah. And then the other one is technology. So that's, where is that at? That's 4 dice. And I've got 2 8s, a 9, and a 1 for that
Okay,
one.
so you got 4.
Mhm.
Okay. The first drone that's going down the hill.
Yep.
Let's go back to my map here. Doesn't encounter anything as it's going down here. When you get down here to the truck bay,
Yep.
kind of scanning around, you can see that one of the bay doors has been lifted up slightly.
Oh, interesting.
And the doors were usually they were originally white. I mean, they've become smudged and dirty over the years.
Mhm.
But you can see kind of smudgy, dirty handprints on one of the doors.
Okay, so that's either how the cop got in or the girls got in. But there's enough room to maybe push the door higher if we want to go that route.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And guiding the second one inside
Down the elevator.
it's not going to be able to get there by itself because there are doors that have been shut. So
Okay.
so you're not going to be able to send it all the way straight in by itself.
The one that's outside?
Well, no, what I'm saying is you've got the one that's outside here.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were going to send the next one, and let me
Uh-huh.
close this real quick here.
Yeah.
And share screen again, Thomas. And every time we say Thomas
It's
for the character, I look up and go,
yes.
yeah, me. So okay.
Like, yes, me,
Yeah,
I
we
am
like
that.
that.
That is
Exactly.
my name.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Because I think we set one down the elevator shaft before.
you did,
Yes.
but there is a door here and there's a door
Okay.
here that has been shut. So the door would have to be opened to
Right.
get the drone in here to go down
Okay.
in there. So you can still do that when you get there, but you can't do it right now.
Right now.
So-
Okay. Well, we at least have some idea that we could possibly get into the
Mhm.
loading dock.
Mhm.
Anyone want to go open the door with me?
I will.
Okay.
So you're going outside down to the
Um,
loading dock to do it, or
we
you're going
could,
inside?
Unless
well, I need to
everybody
know.
wants inside. I
Which way you
mean,
guys gonna go?
it
Unless
seems
you're
like we
gonna-
could get into the loading dock pretty easily.
You could, yeah.
Yeah. So
Suspiciously easily.
I think maybe just the girls opened that and just left it. I don't know.
The girls were already in the building, though.
Right, but how did they get into the building?
Fair.
Mm-hmm. See?
I
Gotta
suppose
think it through.
okay, I suppose that's possible.
Okay, so is everybody going, or are you splitting the party?
I'd definitely go.
Yeah. Well, let's just
3.
go.
So okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I think we should all definitely remain within a reasonable distance to each other.
Of course. Of course.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing good happens when you split the party.
that's right.
Mhm.
Okay, so we are going to bring up.
Nothing good, but everything interesting.
We've had enough
I mean-
interesting.
Interesting is not always conducive to general health.
Mm.
True.
Mhm.
Okay,
True.
another question. Are you guys walking down, or are you taking one of the vehicles? It's not a far drive, but just curious.
How far is the walk?
40 yards.
Sounds like a brisk walk to me.
I'm having to do calculations.
Ray, would you want to order for pizza and some stuff?
I could drive
But
you
what
down there if
kinda-
you want. I mean,
Could we kind of look at the distance?
Sure. Yep. Let me get my other map here.
If we go down there,
hmm.
we would be burning more time, but if something happens, we need to vamoose quick. We don't have to worry about getting a vehicle up and running.
You
Right.
can't see the road here, but you would be able to kind of walk down this grassy hill
Okay.
down. Now it's a decent, it's not too steep, but it is dark, and you haven't been here before. My drone made it look okay, so
My only statement would be, yeah, we could move the car around, but he would hear us coming up. I'm sure he knows that we're coming, but if he doesn't know where we're coming from, why give him the hints?
That's a point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Storyteller is the police car, like where we parked our vehicles.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
it's parked like right next to you. So
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just wanted to double check.
Quill kind of look at it and just, I should have had Sarge teach me how to get into one of these. Damn it.
For half a second, I thought we were on the same wavelength. I didn't want to slash his tires, but
Hmm.
because I kind of have a strong urge to do that right now.
It's now after midnight, probably 12:30, quarter of 1 by now.
Okay.
So I mean, you still have enough night. I mean, it's not like you're vampires and something's gonna happen
No,
in
not at all.
daytime.
No, that's a
that we
different
know of.
game.
Right.
That's a different game, yeah.
Mhm.
Season 2 coming in January.
Coming in January, exactly.
Uh-huh.
See how we did that?
Uh-huh. All right,
All
so
the shameless self promotion.
of course, yes. So I'll be like kind of keeping an eye on the drone through the tablet and listen,
Okay.
see what it's showing me, if it
Okay.
moves, if it
So you're going to keep the drone kind of hovering
yeah.
around here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll know if like someone steps out of there
Mhm.
or something like that,
Okay. So walking down the hill then?
Yeah.
Okay. Walking down the hill. Just kind of like a little kind of barrier here.
Mhm.
Not high, but you would probably need to kind of go out and around, unless you want to climb over it. You would kind of have to kind of go out and around here and then come up to the truck bay. As you get up, like I said, you now see it a little clearer. It's just kind of like a rolling door. It's been jacked up a little bit, probably about 2-3 feet, enough that maybe
Okay.
somebody could squeeze through. And you do see kind of like some dirty handprints on it. You can't tell how old those are.
There's no way to know that. But...
Yeah. It is dark within.
Mhm.
Are you using flashlights?
Go through one at a time, or is there room enough for?
Oh,
more than one?
there's probably room for all of you. I mean, its door is probably like at least 10 feet wide.
Mhm.
So it's been rolled up. I mean, so you
Okay.
all technically could go in at the same time.
All right. I'm going to send the drone in ahead of us just to see what it sees before we walk into it.
Okay. Drone goes in, and you hear this ridiculous, horrible laugh, a girl's laugh. And
no.
looking through the drone, you see
Yeah.
like these hands just like slap at it and knock it.
Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. Those girls are up.
Yep.
At least one of them.
You just hear, come on in.
Oh, this was a bad idea, maybe.
I don't think we really had a choice.
All right. So I'm going to call back the drone if I can. I don't know if it's in pieces now. Yeah, put the tablet back in the backpack and get the baseball bat out that worked before.
Okay.
Quinn will if
Get
they
it in
have
the
still
back.
access to him,
Mhm.
the whole headlamp thing. Just
Yeah, I think the element of surprise is lost on us.
Absolutely.
Well, yes, but they've just seen a drone.
Right.
Yeah, they have.
That's where
Can-
Rebecca says they've only seen the drone. They haven't seen us yet.
That's true. They haven't.
They haven't seen all of us.
Right.
Eleanor,
Can Thomas open the door?
Hmm?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Thomas going
Thomas
to open the door all the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a. Actually, I don't think you need a strength roll. It's probably enough. Yeah, you're able to stand up and just kind of keep pushing it up.
Yep.
As you are lifting it up, you see this horrible looking girl. Her face is burned. She leaps forward at Thomas, her hands stretched out of his stomach.
Oh no.
Give me a.
Excellent.
Let's see now. Give me a Dex and survival. Just as oh shit, something's coming at me, but you're still kind of holding on to the door. So
Oh no.
this horrible shrieking girl comes out with like bloody fingernails.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that is a none.
Okay.
Only had one dice.
Okay. Let's see. She is scratching and punching at you.
Sick.
Yeah. Okay.
Is she? So she's grabbing around my midsection.
Yeah, she's kind of like she's actually kind of just like grabbing at your shirt, and like the other hand just like punching at you.
Excellent. Since my hands are already up holding this
Mm-hmm.
door,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring them together
Mm-hmm.
and whack right down.
Okay. I'm gonna see if you take any damage from her first.
That's fine, but that's
fine,
going to
yeah.
be his plan.
Yep.
Just starts digging her hands into your
Yeah.
guts.
Ugh.
Num nums.
Let's see. You're gonna take 4 superficial damage from her punching and scratching at you. You yell out in pain, and then try to slam down on her. So you're trying to just like basically just like hammer on her head or something.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a dex and brawl, please.
Dex and brawl.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to persuade with strength.
All right, I'll let you use strength.
Okay, because this is as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Just
fair.
someone in the background just try priest, have a little priest.
This is more just a natural reaction. If someone's hitting you, you just,
Yeah.
That's 4 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you crack her on the head, and you're able to just kind of hit her on the head, and she kind of stumbles back into the darkness. But you've now let go of the door, and it goes, bam, slams down.
Oh, it just slams back down? Dang, I thought it would stay up.
Yep.
Oh, well.
And you are bruised badly. No bleeding, but your shirt's a little bit torn and has grease and
You
blood.
okay,
and stuff.
Father Tom?
Well, that was surprising, and yes, it did. It did hurt, but
Here, let me take a look.
okay.
We don't need any other frostbite things. And
True.
Quinn will just observe, make sure it's like, okay, is this just like normal scratches and bruises and not like, hey, you're starting to rot?
Just natural, just normal scratches and bruises. He definitely took some damage from it. He's like I said, a four superficial damage from it. Enough that he's going to feel it all night. So on the other side of the door, you hear this just little tapping. You hear this. Was it good for you too? This little giggle.
That's creepy.
He's a priest.
He's gonna walk up. He's gonna walk up, flip to. Oh gosh, what sounds good? Oh, let's just go with the classic Psalms, and the yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and he'll just start. He's just gonna start reading right there.
Rebecca just goes, "Fuck." All right.
And I'll say it noisily enough so that y'all can think of something else.
Okay. Is that anything he wants to use? Like perhaps his edge?
We can do that. Repelling.
It's up to you. If you'd like to try to
actually, you know
what?
Way. Let's sense.
Okay.
See how many I can sense while they're doing that.
It's sense the unnatural. All right. Let me see what you roll for that there. Please hold.
Checking.
You'll be connected to your interdimensional horde.
Now loading.
Buffering.
Loading.
Loading. Exactly. Wits and occult or science. This is gonna be more wits and occult though.
Wits and occult.
Yeah.
Perfect. I got 5 of them suckers. Three successes.
Okay. You sense definitely the one girl who had attacked you. You sense at least 2 more of something nearby, but beyond that, you really can't tell. So.
And so he's while he's reading, he's flipping through, and occasionally you'll hear him repeating the number 3, like finding specific verses to repeat the number 3 so that you guys know
Okay.
what he senses.
Well, that's definitely more than we had to go on before.
Yeah. Right.
And like I said, he's just continually reading,
Mhm.
but also listening as well. To
Okay, so we know more than likely 3 of them are here, which means that there's. If we're assuming, I suppose it's probably dangerous to assume, but I'm going to in this moment. We
Mhm.
can assume that 3 of the girls are there, which would leave 1 more, and then the ghost of the serial killer, I guess, and the officer that we're aware of somewhere else.
Could be. Yeah. Yeah.
Because there was 5 girls originally.
One's
One
in
is
the
at the
hospital.
hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay, yeah, just
Okay.
One is potentially still in that patient's hallway, and
Could
3
be.
are here.
Right. Maybe this wasn't the right way to go. I don't know.
Or it could be, if we're willing to be audacious. Do any of you know how to break into a car?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Rebecca's like, yeah,
I do as well.
not a cop car, but
Is a cop car different?
I don't know.
A car is a car.
I mean, what are we talking? Just like jacking the window, or are we...
Oh, driving it down here, and they'll look to the door and just like. It's one way to make
the
an
truck
entrance.
bay is raised slightly though, because you got to figure like when a truck pulls in, it's higher.
Oh,
So
right,
so
yeah.
there's like a lower barrier. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
All
not
right,
like a
that's not
normal
gonna work.
garage. So
I like
Alright.
the way you think, though.
Hmm.
Becca's like, she goes, let's get away from here to talk.
I agree.
Alright. Yeah.
So you are going to move back towards the parking lot then?
Yeah.
This way seems a little too rich for our blood.
Yes. A little too rich in dead schoolgirls.
Mhm. I don't think I'm getting that drone back either.
No, yeah, that drone is inside
Gone.
and the door has slammed.
Mhm.
You might be able to try to control it from outside.
I can try.
Which one was that one?
The one with the camera and the audio. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, but it's now inside the building. So
Mhm.
if it can't fly, can it still send audio?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It
let's
can.
hear what's going on then.
Okay. So
Okay.
I take the tablet and I
Yep.
try to
Give me
connect it to the
a-
drone, and if it connects, then we can just see if there's any audio going on.
can I have a wits plus technology roll, Eleanor?
Wits plus technology roll. Okay.
See
Let's
what
see.
kind of condition your drone is in now.
So wits is 3. There's a 4, a 1, and a 2 on wits. And technology is 4. And that one is, I got a 10,
Okay.
2 4s and a 3.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's in pieces, I'm sure.
You're looking at it. You are picking up the same sound of that girl.
Yeah.
And you see her like looking at, and she looks like something out of The Exorcist. I mean, her face is scorched.
Wow.
And she's looking at, she's going, "Hi, I can see you." She goes, "Let's see if it can still fly," and takes it, flings it. And you see through the camera, it kind of spins and then hits a wall, and then the camera goes out.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah, and
Well,
you're
I
trying
guess
to raise it, and it's
Yeah,
I
it's
guess we
that
I
one's
guess we
done.
go in through the front then.
I guess so.
All right.
Oh
Well,
well.
team's going in the front then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Thomas is gonna take lead just to have rappel up and ready.
Quinn will
idea.
go second, just kind of over Tom's shoulder. If the good word doesn't work, we'll try holy hellfire.
Hellfire and brimstone, brother. I agree.
Whatever. Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Okay.
Praise
Sure.
the Lord and pass the ammunition.
Something like that. All right, so I'll be like holding a baseball bat, hoping that it'll do something.
Okay.
And I'm not sending the other drone out because I'm just going to lose that one too.
Okay. You guys kind of come in kind of a semicircle, I'm going to
Mhm.
assume, just to kind of watch each other's backs.
Mhm.
You're not really a military unit, but
No.
you're
No,
doing your best
everybody.
to do what you've either
Eyes-
done before or seen
Eyes
on TV.
open, everybody flying V.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of
All right.
proceed. Doesn't matter which way you go around past this desk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Come around here. The door is shut.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. Creak.
Ugh.
And go in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kind of proceed up here.
Just like I said, holding everything I can.
Okay.
Just like I said, ready with that rappel, or
Okay.
even if I have to punch one of the girls in the nose.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
dead. I
Girls
don't
have-
think they're gonna care that much.
You come up
Girls have
to
left
the
us a long time ago.
you come up to this door.
Mhm.
It's closed now.
And there's only 2 scoops into a
And we
small
can't.
spoon.
Can we see through it or anything?
Yeah, there is a window in there. Just kind of peeking through. Dark. You really can't see anything. There's no lights on in here. So
Nothing real. They already
yeah,
know
you
that
can
I'm
shine your
here.
light
I'm
in if you'd like.
shining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything grabbable that's going to grab me if I open this door?
Okay. Shine your light. You see the nurse's station here. You see the elevator shaft back here. Kind of the edges of the patient rooms, but nothing moving or anything. So
All right. So, yeah, he'll just open the
Okay.
door then.
Okay.
the door this time swings all the way back. Previously, when you'd been here, there had been a girl's body here.
Mhm.
Now, when you come in, there is no girl there.
Of course.
Makes sense. Unfortunately, that makes sense. Because it makes no sense at all. But
Scientifically, it doesn't make any sense at all, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, which way you moving? You moving left, right? What do you want to do?
All right, group. So, what are we thinking?
well, the basement is where all the fucked up shit happens.
Bless you.
All right.
So
You've never been to the second floor.
no, we haven't. I'm contemplating. I am curious as to if there's more fucked up shit up there, but
The whole map I have of the second floor we've
Oh,
never
God.
seen. So.
Yeah.
If the girls are at
You know
that
what? Screw the
basement
basement. Let's go to the second floor.
You want to see the
Pop
second
in,
floor?
Pop in, pop out, and just go home. Let's just
Okay.
call it a day. Let
All right.
the monsters take over.
Okay, so we're going to the second floor then.
I don't
Guess
know.
so.
it does. It does.
No,
It
I
doesn't.
don't
it,
care.
It can't hurt. It can't hurt to take a look. What's the worst gonna? We're gonna get fucked up either way. So we might as well know where they are.
That's the spirit.
And if they're
Okay.
not in the basement, then we know that they're where they are. We know where everybody is.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna spare you some grief. You go to the second floor. It is very similar to the first floor when
Okay.
you come in either set of stairs.
Mhm.
Empty rooms, but as you're let's say you just took the right or the east stairs. As you're coming this way,
Mhm.
you actually see light coming from this area here through an open door. Light is shining out of the door.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
No,
Quiet,
light
Harry,
in
you have
a
nothing.
wholly dark building. Yeah,
How is
not
it-
ominous at all.
How is it getting light from? I mean, the power's out, I think.
Is the power?
Candlelight?
Power is out. Yes.
It could be it could be they have a lantern or something. It could be an isolated power source.
Ah,
I
Could be
can't.
the police officer with the flashlight.
I can't. My player brain says no, but yes, I want to go look at it.
Okay.
Quinn's right behind because they need to know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to go see what this
Yes.
is?
It's too ominous. We have to.
Okay.
It's the only thing
Okay.
glowing in here.
You guys creep along this way past the nurse's station, because there's a nurse's station on the second floor.
Mm.
The smell of smoke is still kind of coming out of the elevator shaft. It's dissipated even from when you were in here last. So you can still smell smoke coming up the
Right.
elevator shaft.
Cooking the meat pies. Yeah, we got it.
Oh.
Okay.
Coming
Yeah,
around
got
this
that.
way, and you stand at the edge of the open door, and it is a brilliant light coming out of that room. You have not quite peeked in yet. You're just kind of at the edge here. Is someone going to step in? What would you like to do?
Can I peek? Can I peeky
You
peek
can.
before stepping around?
Yep. You can peek your head
peek.
around the corner. Looking in, you see amazingly what looks like a fully conditioned patient room. Every other room you've been into, it's all broken, tiles broken, things stripped off the walls. This looks like something out of the 1950s. The room is completely clean. There is a bed, dresser. There is an older man laying in the bed, and there is a woman in a nurse's uniform standing over the bed. She seems like a source of light in the room. There's a light emanating from her that's warm, where the rest of the building has been cold. And
Mhm.
she doesn't seem to have noticed you that you've peeked around the corner, but you hear her whispering something to the man in the bed.
Can I use my senses
Mhm.
again?
Yep.
What was that? Wits
I
and
think it was
occult, right?
sense the unnatural. I
Yes.
think. I think it was wits and occult.
Wits and occult. So that's 5.
Just a glowing nurse in the
See,
middle
I
of an
think that
abandoned
is a
sanitarium.
grand total of 3.
3. Okay. You don't sense anything harmful from this scene. Compared to everything else you've seen here, this seems peaceful.
Looks over his shoulder at Quinn. You got that hellfire ready?
Just say the word.
Okay.
All right. Thomas starts walking in.
Okay.
Quinn's like round the corner, just ready to protect the priest.
Okay. As you step in, the light you step into feels comforting. This is the first time something has felt, again, non-threatening in here. And the nurse turns around and you recognize them as the apparition you saw outside by the fountain, which you believe at the time to be the nurse who had worked here named Miss Judith. She is a African-American woman, probably early 40s. And she smiles at you when you walk in.
Thomas bows his head and just, evening, ma'am. May I ask your name?
My name is Judith Henderson. I've been a caregiver here for a very long time.
Ma'am, no offense, but we can see that. What keeps you here?
My duty to the patients, and it was my entire life. I gave up my life to care for these patients as if they were my own family. And unfortunately, I died here as well. I can't leave.
Bless you, ma'am. What happened to you?
Let's see, her birthday was in like.
I was, from what I remember, I was hit from behind with a heavy object, and the next thing I knew, I awoke here. I had expected to go to heaven, but apparently my time here at Oak Hill wasn't done yet.
Well, ma'am, we're in a bit of a conundrum.
Does she not live in
We've
town?
got some evil in the
Yes.
basement here.
Ezra.
Ezra. Is that who killed you?
Can we get more of those?
I suspect so.
Why do we?
Hmm.
While they're talking, Quinn is kind of going to lean in Owen. All right, this is your time to shine. What would keep a spirit here? Or anywhere?
Well, usually it's unfit. It's a very cliche, but they have something that they still had to do that they felt was unresolved more often than not. Storyteller, could I possibly make a roll to sort of like determine what her like unfinished business could possibly be, or if there's like potentially some like item that her spirit is like still tied to?
Or you could just ask her.
You could. She's right there.
That
could,
relies on
I was say
them
I
not
could.
only.
Yes, I was gonna say I could, but
We're sliding into meta knowledge what the player has that
Yeah.
the character
Yeah.
doesn't. So.
I would say I could, but also she may not necessarily know anything about it.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm like, can I try to deduce this?
You could. You could try it that way, or you could just flat out ask her. It's up to you.
Well,
I'm not the one talking; it's the priest who's talking right
no,
now.
I know. But,
Thomas's
yeah.
Thomas's next question was, do you have any idea of what we can do to help to get rid of this evil that's down there?
No, Drake, right now.
I don't know if he can be driven out. Ezra fell long ago, and seems to thrive on tormenting the patients here. He tormented them while he was alive, and he torments them now that they're dead.
When you
I'm
say,
not-
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, go ahead.
When you say fell, what exactly do you mean?
He gave in to his dark side. I don't know if that's the devil or what it is, but he just gave in and grew even more powerful.
To be fair, the understanding of mental health and conditions relating to it wasn't exactly at its peak during your time. I have no doubt you did what you could, but well, compared to now, you probably had a lower chance.
You can all come in. No one here is here to harm you.
Okay. I'll walk in.
So when you were
Do you know what this book that he has is?
Actually, you probably
That
did,
book
Peter.
is my journal from when I worked here, and it's
That book is your journal.
my journal. It's all I have left. If he Ezra's been looking for that book,
Well,
and if
I
that
think-
book's harmed or destroyed, there's nothing holding me here any longer.
She talked to me and
And
Dad.
if I leave, there's no one here left to watch the others.
And we had a
There are
meeting
others.
But if Ezra's after it,
with the Wallaces and Amy Kingery.
And you do hear some shuffling
One other time
behind you. If you kind of look out in the outside the room, with your lights, you'll see some shadows just kind of moving about. Hear some rusty door hinges maybe moving. Nothing that sounds terribly threatening, but there's something else behind you.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and repeat your question, Eleanor.
There are others here?
There's not as many as there used to be, but there's many damned souls that still will kill home. Some for good, some have serve Ezra's dark needs. There's not many of us left.
How many of you carry this light that you project?
Only myself, because I'm the strongest.
Oh, wow.
The reason I'm asking is there was a kid.
Ezra seeks to remove that last bit of goodness holding me here, and then he can torment the rest of them for as long as he chooses to.
Well, what's holding Ezra here?
Just pure evil.
How would you feel about accompanying us down to try to take him out?
That's not my place to do.
So you're just gonna let yourself fade away then?
That's Lakin and her sister. This? Yeah.
If that's what I'm fated to.
Lakin's mom.
Respectfully, that's bullshit.
What if I told you there was 3 teenagers down there that needed help?
The girls that he brought here.
He brought them here?
Ezra is an old spirit. He's grown very powerful and has learned to manipulate the living. Just as he manipulated women when he was alive, he's found ways to manipulate them through here.
Y'all brother.
But those are innocents that you could help.
I think they're beyond help.
They might be from what we've seen.
It does
From what I've seen of them, they're already dead.
They are.
Ezra's just raised them up.
Well,
Yeah.
It's the second time.
Yeah, they basically seem more like puppets at this point than free spirits acting of their own accord.
I'm just trying to put your light to use because you have this light, you have this strength. If we could find a way to be behind you and bolster it, the light could outshine the darkness.
She kind of ponders it for a minute. I can only hold this light for so long, though. My spirit is fading, while his grows stronger every day.
So, this book is what ties you to this place. So then, nurse, what room was Ezra's?
And she indicates one on the first floor. That was one of the rooms you went in that you got slapped, or somebody got slapped when they went in there. And it was also the room that you thought you saw a nurse walk into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there was no one there.
Okay.
There is a moment where Quinn's just kind of processing, has the flamethrower, turns and is making a beeline for it.
Is that the one with the cockroaches?
No. That was a
different one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will follow Quinn, so they're not going alone.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not leaving them alone.
Right.
Okay.
Well, thanks for your help. We're gonna try to fix this.
If we need you, can we just call on you?
Yes, I'll try again. And the words almost seem to like stutter, almost like she's starting to fade. She says, "I can't hold this forever.
We need to hurry." Got it.
Okay.
And she fades. The patient in the bed fades away, and then the room just suddenly, just kind of the light disappears, and the room just goes back to being this old, musty, disgusting room with cracked tiles. There's no bed or anything, and then you're in just a dark room again.
All right. Guess we go wherever they went.
Okay, so let's get the map up again here. Let's see. So we're going back down to the first floor. Okay. So you come down the stairs. The room you were looking for was through this doorway and then back here.
Quinn is booking it 2 stairs at a time. Just look of absolute both idea, but also holy fuck, we don't have a lot of time.
Okay. Coming down the stairs, could you give me a wits and awareness roll, please?
You got it.
As he's coming down the stairs, pell mell, as the expression is.
Mm-hmm. That is 2 successes.
Okay. As you're turning this corner, a girl jumps out, a different looking girl, because her intestines are hanging out on her sides, almost like tentacles, and she dives at your knees and tackles you to the ground. I am assuming Owen was coming right behind him.
Yes, I was gonna say, since I'm
Okay.
like right behind
And
them,
then Thomas. So you see this thing tackle Quinn,
Yep.
shrieking madly.
All
Repel.
right.
Okay, repel. Okay, and then
And I will impulse swing with the tire iron at
Okay.
the dead girl.
okay, and I want to know what Quinn's gonna do besides scream. I'm just kidding.
Just for the sake of like, letting others get the shot. Quinn's just gonna be like struggling, like their first instinct is to kick at this thing, but their legs kind of trapped, so it's like trying to free a leg. Just like
Okay. What would be exactly? I think what would be fair is if you wanted to do maybe like strength plus brawl to see if you can just get it off you. If you can get it off you, Owen is swinging at it, and then Thomas is going to try to repel. So we're going to kind of do it in that order. So.
I'm just gonna tell you right now that strength and brawl roll is gonna be crap.
I'm
Okay, we're
offering you
not.
alternatives, my friend.
That is 2 successes.
Yeah. Trust me, when I had to roll that dexterity one, I was rolling 1 die.
You get her face away from you. She just has this dead, droopy face, and but you kind of get her away from you. I'm gonna have Owen make your swing. Are you swinging for her head?
Yep,
Swinging for whatever.
Swinging for her head.
Okay.
All right, that's 4.
Okay.
Which was the best I could possibly have gotten because I had 2 dice, so I critted.
You connect. She kind of falls off to the side, and then Thomas. Let's see what repel is. That is resolve plus occult.
Three successes.
Okay. It's enough that she lets go of Quinn and kind of staggers back a little bit. Eleanor, you've now come down the stairs.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna get closer with the baseball bat in case something else goes down in here.
Okay.
Yeah,
bat
I look very nervous,
with
like holding a baseball bat.
Yep.
Okay.
You see Thomas with his Bible out, basically, repelling it with
which is a good idea because now you're kind of keeping it at bay. Eleanor, batter up. Dex plus melee, please.
Okay. Let me look at that again. Dex plus melee.
You got this.
Yeah.
home run.
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to find it on here. Okay, dexterity is 2 dice. I've got an 8 and a 9.
Okay.
What was the other one? Melee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so melee is 3 dice. And I've got 9, a 2, and a 5.
Nice.
You kind of undercut swing. You get her like right on the bottom of the chin.
Okay.
Her head cracks back and she falls back and lays on the ground and is still.
For now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but once Quinn is able to get up, they're not taking chances. Just
Okay. Yep. Heading for that room. Okay.
No, there's
No.
flamethrower.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Flamethrower.
Okay, yeah.
Set him on
Flamethrower.
fire.
Flamethrowering that dead bitch.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to make you roll because she's not moving. But yeah, you set her
Cook
on
her real
fire.
good.
She doesn't move. Maybe a little twitch here and there, but she just so now you've got this nice dead body cooking here.
I'd
Nice.
probably give it a few extra swings with a tire iron.
Sure.
Just
Double tap.
Just for peace of mind.
Thomas says a little prayer.
Okay. And kind of those combined effects with it burning, this girl is not moving at all, and it's just this cooking wreck.
Awful.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that was surprising. Let's get to that room.
Okay.
You're telling me. Okay.
You okay?
Shaken, not stirred. We got a mission. We'll worry about it later.
Just how I like my
Agreed.
martinis.
All right. In through the door, head back to the room. You get in. There is nothing in the room except now it seems much colder than it was the last time.
That's not a good sign.
Father, do you sense anything coming from the room?
Let's see what I got.
I could
Yeah,
get the other drone out.
Yeah, well, wits plus occult.
See how he does. Probably better
Okay,
at this than me
you're
right now.
going to use your other drone then?
Yeah, if he
Okay.
doesn't get anything, I will take the other
Okay.
drone.
That is 4. That is 3 successes with 1 critical success as well.
Oh.
So 5.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay. Thomas, you get I don't want to call it quite a vision, but in your mind's eye, you see what you suspect is almost a memory from this room. You see the room full of light, and you also see, and I don't want to describe it, it is an assault in this room of a nurse.
Oh.
You see it from the side, and the perpetrator, based on the description you have heard of, is Ezra, assaulting a nurse. We're just going to put it that way.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And he turns and looks you right in the eye and just smiles. And then if you blink your eyes, it's gone and you're out of it. But it's like you were meant to see that. A memory of something that happened in this room.
He's toying with us.
What
but
did
I
you
know.
see?
Oh,
And then outside the room, you hear the sound of a woman crying.
Something you don't want to know, young lady.
Okay.
And you hear this terrible sobbing out
I'm gonna
here
go
somewhere.
find whoever's crying if I can hear her.
I'm heading.
Yeah.
If I'm hearing a woman crying, then Thomas is booking it because he knows what he just saw.
Everybody heading out?
I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
Quinn's staying in the
Coming
room
back
because
out.
they have a theory and they're tearing it apart, like anything from the walls. I know as players not something there, but Quinn is just like desperately looking for something.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's
I
nothing really
will.
that you're finding in here. It's just this is apparently a place of absolute sorrow.
Okay.
And you were Owen, you were going to say something?
I was just gonna say that I was gonna stay with Quinn and help him
Okay.
out while they were looking for whatever they were looking for.
You don't find anything necessarily in here. Outside, if you come out in here, you will see at the nurse's station, there's a huddled form of a woman.
Is that who I think it is?
It is, if the players recall that when they had been in here, episode 2, I believe they had seen a nurse walk through here. And
Right.
come in here and then go in this room and the door shut and then there was no
Right.
one there. It is that same figure, kind of
Okay.
a tall blonde woman,
So
kind of curled up by the nurse's station with her back to you and she's crying.
Is it recognizable to what I just saw?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. It is the same woman.
Can I see her as
is-
well, or not?
Yep. You can both see her and can hear her. Yeah.
Thomas is walking up. He signals to Eleanor, "I might need you because I don't know how this is going to go."
Yeah, I know. Let me talk to her.
You get closer. I'm going to initiate because I know what I saw.
Okay. Yeah, I can guess.
And I'm gonna stand back,
Okay.
like give her plenty of room, and I'm gonna be like, "Ma'am, nobody should ever go through that."
And she's
Now I'm gonna let my friend Eleanor
Right.
here talk to you, and I'm gonna stay back here. But
Okay.
know that I am here to protect and not do what that evil man had did.
the woman.
There you go.
You kind of hear her kind of stop sniffing, and she turns and looks at you. She has no eyes. Her eyes are missing from her face,
Okay.
and there's just bloody tears running. And then she just disappears.
Oh, she's gone.
Damn. She's that man is just pure evil.
We gotta do something to stop him. I don't know what it is, but there's gotta be something.
There's plenty of things I want to do to him, and none of them Christian.
Does
Well,
anyone need a break? We're at about an hour and 15 minutes. Are we good to keep going? Anyone need a break?
I'm okay.
I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
All good.
Okay.
Pedal to the
Just-
metal.
Yep. Okay. Just making sure, folks.
Hell yeah.
Do
Okay.
we don't hear the crying anymore?
No, it's gone.
It will be punctuated by Quinn just screaming "fuck" at the top of their lungs, and if there was
Well-
anything in that room, something thrown against a wall in frustration.
What was that nurse's name? having
Miss
a
Judith.
Judith?
The one that you met, the one who
Yes.
talked to you. Her name was Miss
Yeah.
Judith.
This is a different one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Miss.
this is a different nurse. Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Judith. If you can hear me, can you just come here for a second?
You feel kind of a gentle breeze kind of brush past you. You don't see anything though.
All right.
I think that's who she's trying to protect. We've got to do something. And I don't think we can talk. I think we've got to go down there.
Yeah,
I think we've exhausted everything that we could up here.
probably.
It's
Yeah.
all down in hell now.
Okay. Let's go get the other two.
Okay. Well, from what you know, there's technically 3. Because there was 4 to begin
I meant the
with.
other two of our group.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
okay.
didn't
No, that's
clarify.
okay. That's okay. I wasn't
Let's
sure
go
what you're talking
take out those other girls.
about. Lock and load. No. Okay. Which stairs are you going to go down to the basement? The west or the east?
Anybody got a preference?
No.
They're probably
Nope.
expecting us at all at this point, so I feel like we
I
doesn't really
think-
matter.
I think this is all because of that one nurse.
Okay.
This
So-
whole place.
So which way are we going? West or east? It will make a
West.
difference. Okay.
Let's go west.
West?
Why not?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right. As you go over towards the west stairs, you see this trail of slimy blood along here.
Well, that's
So-
a clue,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, Rebecca says, "Well, that's where that bitch was," referring
yeah.
to the girl who grabbed Quinn.
Mhm.
The one that
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
found her slug trail.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Because you had heard a noise
Mhm.
earlier over this way.
We did.
But
Quinn
you guys
will-
never, you guys went here, but you never really went here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
We
Well,
need to go
Quinn
out.
will
No.
hold a hand up
Uh-huh.
and look to Rebecca. Do you still have a camera on you?
yeah,
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
Or
Rebecca.
Rebecca or
Rebecca,
Eleanor, just
okay.
anyone in the
Yep.
group.
I probably
Yep.
have a
Rebecca
drone,
has
but
grown
it's
very
not.
quiet.
Yeah.
For your leader, she's gone very quiet and is sort of kind of fallen behind. She's kind of not saying anything. So
Okay.
Rebecca, you here with us?
yeah.
You good?
Let's just finish this shit.
I mean, obviously you're not good because I don't think any of us are good because this is
Nope.
fucked. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You hear from over this way, from the elevator,
Uh-huh.
you hear these voices chanting, "He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you." Hee hee hee. I'm not even gonna try to do teenage girls laughing. So
That's hard.
uh,
Yeah.
just imagine
Yeah.
the voices just
Mhm.
chanting, "He's gonna get you" from over here. Okay. Go to the stairs.
All right.
Door opens fine.
Quinn
Got
will
it,
make
got
sure there is a picture taken of the blood because they have something in the back
Well, I
of their
can-
mind they want to keep.
I
Yeah.
can also photograph it. I mean, I have the tablet. I just don't have the drone.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
all right. Well,
Actually, you do still have one drone.
I do have one drone. I can
You
send
have
it down
one
there,
drone.
but
you have the thermal,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I could send it. See how many are there. It's probably gonna get broken, but it might tell us something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me switch out what I want to show here. And let's go back down to the basement. Let's all go to the basement
Let's all go to the body.
and have ourselves some death. So,
Jeez.
Now comes in diet flavor.
about to have an exorcism. That's what we're
Oh
about
my
to have.
gosh. Yeah. Really.
alrighty.
Gotta come lay
Okay.
yourself down.
And you guys have seen this one before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You come down these stairs,
Mhm.
and this was kind of a room with shelves.
Mhm.
Excellent.
And there was a doorway here. There is still some billowing smoke coming from here. The fire seems to have burned itself out to some extent, which is odd because there was so much furniture here for it to burn. It is the second you step in here, it is intensely cold, like picture like -20, just insanely cold. This entire
yeah.
area.
Okay, I
Comfortable
don't need
weather,
the drone to tell us what's in here. There's a lot. I think.
And you hear as you step in, you hear some noises moving over here because this is about where the elevators would be, and where you had originally sent those drones down is kind of
Mhm.
where it came down.
Yeah.
because we
Um,
heard them talking. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
And you hear some shuffling, kind of heading away from you, kind of towards the east.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna have to use everything we got.
Yep. So we're gonna take out these girls.
We've got to take out the girls first, and then we've got to deal
Becca
with
pulls
the
her pistol out.
big.
And she kind of starts heading kind of between the racks here.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna send the last drone over and distract them, and then you'll have an easier
Okay.
shot.
Drone going around, through, or around
This is
way.
the infrared one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thomas
So-
is going to stay clustered with everybody so he can
Okay.
send the repel out.
Okay.
Okay.
Quinn will give Rebecca like backup if she misses. Well, they have the next best thing to a shotgun right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. So Rebecca's going like down the middle aisle.
Yeah, she's
right?
kind of going down the middle.
Okay, then I'm going to go around sort of like the north
Okay, this way.
side. Yep,
Okay.
just around that way.
Okay.
So that way we're not all like huddled together in this tiny space, and
Mm-hmm.
potentially we can sort of like get a
Yeah,
leg
I
up
think-
on these people from multiple angles.
I think Thomas will go with Owen because he could
Okay.
still repel.
Okay, so we got two going this way.
Yeah,
And then-
I'll move a bit closer to where I think the girls are, over by
Okay,
the number 3,
okay.
and not really try to not be seen.
Is the drone going around this way, through the middle? Which way is it going?
It's going to go through the middle.
Through the middle? Okay. So
Yeah.
everybody has to kind of duck to.
Well, I can move it
avoid-
higher. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's
The
fine.
ceiling isn't very high, so.
Oh, it isn't. Okay, well,
No.
If you want my suggestion, I
Yeah.
would send it to the bottom since nobody's going there
okay, yeah.
to
we'll
give
do
us
that.
an idea.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, they'll come around the bottom end of the
Okay.
shelving units then.
Go around this way.
Yeah.
Give me a wits and technology roll,
Oh,
please,
boy.
Eleanor.
Okay.
You,
all right.
you wanted
what's
to be
this
the drone
three?
jockey.
Yes. I have an 8 and a 4 and a 0 for wits, and technology is 4 dice, and that is an 8, a 1, a 5, and a 2.
Okay. As you get your drone around here, a girl who is missing the top of her head,
Uh-huh.
just has like a mouth.
Yeah.
Just kind of looks like she doesn't have eyes, so she's just kind of batting at the drone.
Okay, it's a distraction.
Just kind of like she's like trying to grab it. Anyone coming around this side,
Dirty one on there.
Mhm.
Parmesan on if you want
you
it.
see
I put some on thinking I could have it.
a girl whose throat was ripped out,
Right by the top of the
horribly
fireplace.
burned up. She comes running at you this way.
I'm going to immediately repel as soon as I see her.
Yep,
Okay.
and I'm going to immediately swing at her with a tire iron.
Okay. And the middle, you hear commotion on either side, but nothing directly in front of you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to handle these ones first, and then we'll come back to Quinn. So, okay. So your repel is occult plus wits plus occult, I believe.
Yep. One regular, one crit, so that's 3 successes, I believe.
Okay. She kind of stops a little. She just hesitates just a second, which is enough to give Owen a clean shot with his tire iron.
Okay, I rolled 2, so
Okay.
that's something.
You kind of hit her in the throat, which and your tire iron, since her throat was all messed up, your tire iron gets stuck in there.
Heck yeah.
And
I'll
trying to
I'll just jiggle it around in there.
She is slashing at you with her fingernails. Let's see if she connects. They had all got their nails done before they died. So they have,
Oh,
really
yeah.
sharp nails.
So they got
So-
the
Sharp
claws.
Nails.
Sharp nails, but they're all clean, and yeah, they're just designs on there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, why not?
Owen is going to take 2 superficial damage.
Okay.
They scratch at his face as he's trying to yank the tire iron out. Okay, now Quinn, you hear the commotion on either side. So
Is this shelving that they can look through?
yes, there's still old boxes and stuff, but you would be able to kind of get a quick glance between, but not a clean shot through. You're going to have to come out and turn either left or right to do whatever you want to.
Quinn will kind of like push on the shelf. Is it bolted to the floor or bolted to anything?
You could, if you push too hard, it might tip over.
Quinn will just look to Rebecca, point at the shelf, and just in a second, just slam themselves into it to knock it over onto that girl.
Well, if you do that, it's going to go this way, and it's going to land on Owen and Thomas.
They'll yell for them to move. Just like, look out, timber!
Okay. I want Owen and Thomas to give me a Dex plus athletics rolls, please.
Okay.
Oh, that at least gives me 3 dice. I'm all right.
That's another 2.
Okay.
I'll let go of the tire iron. If
That
helps.
that is an Uno for me.
Okay. The when Quinn shoves this, a couple of the boxes a couple of the crates that were on it do fall.
Oh, you're good.
One of them squarely hits Thomas and knocks him over. He's going to take at least 2 more superficial. I don't know if that now takes him into, I think, what do you get, 5 superficial before you get into...
It's however large your health bar is. Once that fills up with superficial, then you start taking aggravated.
Right. Let's take a look at his... so he had 6 to begin with. So now he's taken 1 what do you call it? Serious or whatever.
Aggravated.
Aggravated damage, yeah.
Sick.
And now this shelf gives them 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so then he hasn't taken aggravated yet.
Okay.
He's filled up with superficial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he had taken 4 earlier.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay. And then the other crate, one of the other crates, hit Owen kind of on his legs. So now he's kind of twisted his knee. So now he has his left knee is twisted and his right arm is in a sling.
Jesus.
But the shelf unit is getting ready to come down.
Did you hear her suggestion?
Well, do I get out of the way?
I was going to say,
you do both manage to kind of stagger out of the way before it comes down.
Okay.
But the shelf unit does come slamming down onto the girl. And now you see Quinn standing there on the other side.
Is the girl moving?
She is underneath it, and she's kind of struggling, like she's trying to lift it up.
All right.
But
Thomas
looks like she's pinned for the
Thomas is going to jump onto the shelf and pull out the tire iron for Owen.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm probably on the other side of all this.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're kind of on the other side, and you've basically watching the girl.
Right, I'm like moving the drone
it.
around so she'll be distracted a bit longer.
Yeah.
Hoping she doesn't hear me.
Okay. Owen, Quinn, anything you want to do while this girl is pinned?
Well, while she's pinned and Thomas gets me the tire iron, I'm just going to start wailing on her while she's stuck under there.
Okay. Yeah, her head is exposed. Okay, so you two are wailing on her head. Quinn, anything?
Well, Quinn wants to set them on fire, but they're not going to do that while they're... Listen, they've already hurt Owen and Thomas. Thomas a little bit. They don't want to actually, intentionally hurt them. There's a difference between drastic action and just reckless action. They're not going to veer into reckless until it's absolutely necessary.
Throughout this whole endeavor, we just slowly find out that Quinn is just a secret pyromaniac.
I mean,
why be secret about it? It's all right.
It's not pyromania if stuff is just asking to be burned.
But Thomas will definitely move out of the way.
You were smashing her head into goo. Rebecca walks up and just puts a bullet right between the girl's eyes, and her head just and she stops moving.
Thanks.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Panicked.
It's okay.
You hear Eleanor, you're going to say anything about another one or anything, or?
Yeah, I can back down a bit. I can still see the drone on my tablet and be like, there's another girl here.
Okay. So
she doesn't seem to be able to see.
Rebecca kind of comes running around the side.
She's playing with the drone.
And if anyone else follows, you're going to come around. You're going to see a girl with missing a top of her head, kind of batting around, knows the drone is there, and she's kind of
moving it around, so she'll be looking at that instead of us. Yep.
I will limp my way there, but I will let some other people take the lead on it.
You ain't gonna get there first.
Before I start joining in on wailing on her.
Old man Owen's not getting there first.
No. God is gonna have a cane by the end of this.
Okay. All right, you have this basically a clean shot on this target who is just kind of running back and forth trying to catch a drone.
They'll kind of look to make sure everyone's there, Rebecca and Wyatt are with them.
Yeah, Wyatt has kind of been quiet, just kind of bringing up the back. He's got his bat ready.
Old Quiet Wyatt. That's what they called him in high school.
Quiet Wyatt. And Wyatt is kind of been creeping along this side.
Okay.
And he's going to take a swing at the girl.
Okay.
And I'm never going to roll it just because for cinematic. He just takes off what remains of her head and just at the neck.
All right.
And she
I'll be
kind of
moving
spins.
my drone out of splash radius then.
Yep. And she kind of spins and falls into a heap here.
Okay.
The old middle one is giving it back.
Is that all of them?
Rebecca's like, no, I think there's one more.
Okay.
Wait a
Anybody
minute.
see the other one?
Kind of looking around here.
Let me
There's one more.
me
somewhere.
let me throw my sense out. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll.
because this whole place is
able to
cold.
see
This
it.
drone can't tell.
Yeah. And even just getting here is colder than it was over here. So the greatest sense of cold is coming from in this room, which you haven't gone into yet. Well, you've been there before, but so.
Rolling my sense.
Okay.
That's 4 successes.
Okay.
Let's go.
You sense something moving
You heard me first time.
probably beyond the doors here in the storage room. There is still some fire in here. It's kind of casting some shadows about. You don't necessarily catch a shadow of anything moving, but with your senses, you think something's moving in here.
How do these doors open? Do they push in or pull back?
They pull back.
They pull back.
Yep.
And is there 2 of them or 1?
Yeah, there's 2.
There's 2.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. They're behind the door. That's
They've got to be, right?
all right. So here's my idea.
Mhm.
We take
Yeah.
the doors, we pull them back, and nobody stands in front.
Okay.
And we just pull them straight back, and we use the door as a shield.
Okay.
All
And
right.
then
all right.
after that, we can assess from there.
Good enough plan as any.
Okay. So who's
right.
who's opening the door and who's?
I'll grab the right one.
Okay. Right.
I'll grab the left one.
Actually, Rebecca will get it for you.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
she's going to open it up and
Okay.
kind of wave Wyatt and anybody else through who wants to.
Yeah, everybody. I know we're technically not splitting, but let's get even on both doors
Okay. Okay.
and get
All
ready
right.
to go.
So I'll go
I'll
where
take-
Thomas is.
And I'll go over by Rebecca.
Quinn will look over their flamethrower. I think this thing's got maybe 1, maybe 2 squirts left in it before it's kaput. So let's make this work.
Okay.
All right.
As you walk in, there's some fire kind of over here on the side, so it's kind of illuminating this area a little bit, and this is still where still some smoke is coming. You see a figure kind of walk slowly and just kind of sits on this white square on the pentagram, and it's what you assume is the last remaining girl. She is just completely scorched, barely looks human at this point, and just kind of sits down, kind of lotus style, and just sits and her teeth just kind of shine in the firelight
Wow.
as she sits down, like she's waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get a little video of that because no one's gonna believe us otherwise.
I think Thomas is just going to speak straight out. I'm assuming we're dealing with Ezra now.
Oh, I'm not Ezra. But everything he promised is true. There's no heaven, just the cold emptiness of hell. And that's okay with me because I can be here with him forever.
It's a
Now,
cult.
young lady. The gift of heaven I've seen for myself. I actually just saw it a little bit ago.
Oh, that
So
bitch.
you can't You can't tell me that there's one without the other.
And she kind of points behind her and she goes, when that thing's done, that bitch is going to oblivion.
Why are you so scared of that?
I'm not scared of anything because Ezra's showing me the
Then
darkness.
let her go.
It ain't her time yet, but it's going to be her time soon.
It's going to be your time even sooner, dear. As well as Ezra's. The
And
Lord comes for us all, and
when you
demons as well.
when you say Ezra, the room gets colder. You can't imagine it getting colder, but it gets colder to the point where you've got to start
Shivering.
Yeah.
Is he scared? Does he not want to show his own face? He has to send these little girls to do his dirty work?
You shouldn't taunt him like that.
Oh dear, I know where my place is, and I know where I'm going, and I ain't scared. And at this point, he'll open up and just start, like, right from the beginning. And
In the beginning, God made.
Yep.
Mhm.
Just read
Whole
straight
thing.
through. Y'all can do what you want, but he
Okay.
is reading. He
Is
knows
he
where
going to
he
use
is.
anything like repel the unnatural or anything like that? Is he just relying straight on scripture?
If she moves or if something else happens, then yes.
Okay.
But right now, he is imagining himself building up power.
Okay.
Basically, like going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, the Christian equivalent of a Super Saiyan.
I mean, in all honesty, that's what he thinks.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. What else is anyone else doing?
When
Go ahead. Go ahead.
When Quinn hears them say whatever back there is done, they're gonna kind of look between them, and if they're like right there on this square, they're gonna see if they can like edge around while her attention is on Father Thomas. See if they can.
And her eyes watch you, but she doesn't do anything. In the firelight, illuminated at the very center of the pentagram, is the book again, sitting right in the middle.
I was just about to ask that, so thank you for answering it for me.
This is what Father Thomas is good for: distraction and tank. Bring it.
Okay.
I burnt the shit out of you before. What makes you think I won't do it again?
I'm not feeling any pain anymore.
Yeah, pain's not really my forte. I know how to make a human body stop working, though. I've saved plenty. I know how to do the reverse.
If you want to save someone, why don't you save that deputy dumb shit? And she kind of nods her head back this direction.
Oh, he's in here somewhere.
Not falling for that.
Rebecca's like, shit. And she kind of takes a couple steps back and is kind of glancing either way.
So where is she in correlation to the center of the circle?
The girl?
Yes.
The girl is sitting like right here.
Okay, I'm not seeing a cursor.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, no,
your
sorry.
Cursor's gone.
Yep, the cursor is gone. Okay, sorry about
there
that.
There we go. Thank you.
She's right there. Okay,
girl
the book's behind
right
her.
Yep.
Okay, so she's
the book is here.
Okay, yeah. So she's like right in front of it.
Yep. The girl kind of glanced off this way, so Rebecca kind of took a step back, kind of still keeping her aim on the girl, and it's like shit. And now Rebecca's kind of looking around here.
Okay.
I will look around with Rebecca.
Okay. If you look here, the door to the stairs here. Oh, excuse me. Door to the stairs. Yeah. This over here is closed. That is the way you came down the first time. Was down those stairs. Okay. This is the truck bay that you guys had originally sent the drone in.
Right.
And if you take a look here, you will see the remains of the smashed drone kind of over here in the corner. So.
Okay.
And you also will see a crumbled up form of Deputy Townsend kind of way here in the corner.
He's sleeping.
Does he look real fucked up, or is it hard to tell from here?
Hard to tell from here.
Okay.
Let's see, judging by how long, I think we're close to getting through Genesis, so we're good.
Well, it's starting at the way beginning.
And then so and so
Told you.
begat so and so.
That should take you a while.
Oh, that's numbers. We haven't got that far
That's
yet.
true. It's too far away. Mhm.
Chloe will just kind of look to the father and then look back to the girl.
Mhm.
They'll kind of look over. If they see the form, they'll make a note, but they'll look back to the girl.
She hasn't budged. And it doesn't seem like anything's bothering her either. She's just almost seems mildly amused based on how much skin she has left and stuff.
So
I
you can't
will.
tell.
I will gesture to Wyatt
Mhm.
to sort of like come with me to go check
Okay.
out the deputy, so
Okay.
that way Rebecca doesn't have to move
Come on,
and she can
ma'am.
keep her gun
Okay.
trained on the girl.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to try
Wyatt.
talking to the girl.
Okay. All right. Wyatt is going to go start to check on the deputy. And then Eleanor, you're going to talk to the girl?
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
try to provide an additional distraction, maybe.
Okay.
So I'm going to get a little bit closer, but not enough where she can like reach me.
Mhm.
Do your parents know you're here?
Fuck
Don't you think they
them.
worry about you?
Fuck them. They never cared about me while I was alive. You think they care now?
They might have cared. It depends. I mean, people are usually careful with their kids. Maybe they didn't express that well. Maybe they were through trauma or something.
It's a little late now, lady.
They're still alive, though. I mean, if you had something
Do
you
you
want to
think
say
they
to
want to
them.
hug me now? Do you think
So-
they care now?
Do you think
They
Ezra
might.
cares for you?
That's the wrong question.
Do you think Ezra gives a shit about you when this is all done? Do you think, no, I don't even need to ask because you do. And that's the
Mhm.
saddest part. I've seen so many saps like you. I've seen so many people who will protect the worst people because they think deep down that they care for them. Well, guess what? I'm sorry to tell you, but they don't. It doesn't matter what you think they do. It doesn't matter what you think happened. All that matters is what you can see, feel, hear, experience. And right now, I'm looking at a puppet for someone of a sadism that I've never seen before. So do you want to be a puppet? Is that what you want to do? Do you want to have yourself saying Polly want a cracker for the rest of your life to some God knows entity that can't even bother to show his face? Or do you want to stand up for your own fucking self once? What's it going to be?
Breeze kind of starts to swirl here and kind of goes up and just kind of tickles Quinn's face. Like it's like the creepiest feeling you've ever had, like just caresses your chin and then just kind of pulls back.
What was that?
Nothing worth associating with.
Up in the corner, Wyatt just kind of touches the deputy with his bat, and he just kind of rolls over, and you see him, he's like holding his head, and he kind of opens his eyes, and he's like,
We've watched it.
Oh,
We own it, I believe.
I don't remember.
"Who are you?"
watching
And he kind of shuffles away. He's like,
it.
"Where am I?" He's like, "There's a fire. What's going on?"
Yeah, that's really the least of our concerns right now, deputy.
And he kind of stands up, and he's like, "Well, the last thing I remember is I pulled up. There was a call at Oak Hill, and I saw you guys, and next thing I know, I'm here in a basement."
Yeah, well, welcome back to Oak Hill.
And he stands up and he reaches for his waist. He's like, "Where's my firearm?"
That I can't tell you because I don't know.
Okay. He gets up and he's kind of starting to walk this way now.
Uh-oh.
Kind of walking past you because he smells the smoke.
Mhm.
Kind of going back to the group around the circle.
Right.
And the girl says to Quinn, "Do you really want to meet Ezra?
I'm Mousy.
He can make a place for you here. You here too."
As lovely as that sounds, I'm gonna have to decline. I'm a little too independent to take orders from someone who doesn't even have the, shall we say, presence to greet us in person and make you do all the dirty work.
Okay. Anybody else?
He's got a point there, kid. You're the one doing all this. For
And oh, go ahead.
For what? He doesn't even like. Look how he's treated all of you and your friends.
And to be honest, young lady, I've seen what this man does to other young ladies, and it's not pleasant.
Ezra's a predator. And predators take what they want.
I'll just do it tonight because Dad's gonna
That's not a good thing. Though.
That's not.
You bring my jacket.
She's like, you know what? Fuck you all. Stands up and turns around and
Okay.
kind of starts to walk towards the book that's in the middle.
Is there debris around them?
Yeah, there's all sorts of shit laying
Um,
around here.
if she goes for the book, I'm rushing up and repelling to save that book.
Okay. Anybody else?
Quinn's grabbing the nearest piece of debris
Mm-hmm.
and chucking it to knock the book out of the circle.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good plan. Which way does it go?
Let's see if it works first.
I was saying,
Yeah.
I guess that depends on how well she or how well they throw it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so we got somebody throwing some debris at the book. We got Thomas is going to rush in at the girl.
As when she does something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get my baseball bat out and put the tablet away because there's no use for it now.
Okay. The deputy has kind of come here and he's kind of stopped and he's now just completely dumbfounded. He's back to his original form. He's just kind of watching. Quinn, can you please give me a let's see, that's going to be a Dex plus Athletics to throw a piece of debris.
Do it. I believe in you.
As the good Lord says, "Yeah, yeet."
Yeah, yeet.
I believe that's a quote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it is because that's 4 successes.
Heck yeah.
Okay. You oops, let me get back to pointing at my map here.
Yeah, otherwise we can't tell what you're showing us.
Sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
Piece of debris comes in here, and as it gets towards the book, what was it? Piece of wood, piece of metal? What did he
Just
grab?
anything small enough that would have been able to make the distance, but have enough force to knock it out.
Comes in here, and you see it when it hits right around here. When it gets right around there, the piece of debris just turns black and starts to crumble, and just kind of falls, kind of useless, like right outside here.
Huh.
The girl is walking in to the circle. You see her lift up she now has your back turned. She has this wicked looking dagger in her hand, and she is looking like she's like running towards the book.
Nope.
Rebecca,
Okay.
shoot her.
Nope.
Okay. Rebecca wants to shoot, but the problem is now Thomas is in the way.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go from an angle.
Okay, so what are you
If
gonna
I
try to
know,
go like
if
this
I
way?
know, if I know they're they're behind me.
All right,
I'm
give
going
me
at an angle.
a Dex plus Brawl, please.
You want that, or you want my repel?
What do you want to do first, repel, or you want to jump first?
I'm gonna. If I saw it slide off with that, I'm gonna repel.
Okay. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, nothing moved the book, nothing touched the book.
Yeah.
So you want to do your repel first?
Yeah, because I don't want.
Okay.
I want to push the girl away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That is 5 successes. One of them is a crit.
Ew.
Wow.
She staggers and is still moving slowly towards the book, but you have definitely slowed her down.
I'm going to yell at Rebecca now.
Okay. Rebecca is going to fire. And I should have kept my dice out. Sorry. Let's see. She is. Let's check the way to kill the mood, Tom. Okay. So
it happens.
Oh, nice. Rebecca shoots and is actually a pretty good shot and hits the girl in the back of the head.
Dope.
Oh,
And her head goes. And the girl staggers forward and slams a knife down and misses the book.
Oh.
okay.
Thomas is going to start reading and performing whatever exorcism he knows, starting to at least get some of this pentagram erased to try to figure out. He's just going to do what he can.
Is he going to
Okay.
touch the pentagram?
Uh,
Trying to wipe it out with his foot? It's basically dried blood.
Yeah, he's going to
and-
try to scrape it off with his foot, see what happens.
Okay. And there is also fire here. So
Oh, right. So
you've got to be careful. So, I mean, you can,
Yeah.
this is basically dried blood. You don't know how dried it is.
I just want to try to break the circle if that doesn't freaking kill
Okay.
me.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to, the closer you get towards the middle, are you going to stay around here or are you going to try to actually go for the stars here? Or the star
I'm
points?
gonna. Well, I'll start. Basically, I'll start towards a point. If I can
Okay,
get to a
like here?
point and start. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay. All
I
right.
think Eleanor's standing on that side of it. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I pictured Eleanor was over here. Quinn
Yeah.
was kind of over here.
Mhm.
I pictured Owen, Wyatt, Rebecca, Deputy Dumbshit, kind of like back here. So,
But yeah, he's gonna start. He's
Okay.
doing whatever ritual that he can think of.
okay. Can you give me Thomas?
Yep.
Can you give me a wits and survival, please?
Sure. That is out of 2 dice. One of them was a success, and it was a crit. So
Okay. As you get closer, damn it, I keep pointing for the wrong thing here. As you get closer, around the book starts to swirl a black shadow. And as Thomas is here, the shadow kind of coalesces into a humanoid shape that slaps at him. He is going to take. I hate to do this to you.
that's fine.
Oh boy. He's taken 6 aggravated.
Okay.
Which I think puts him down.
I would say I think that means he's dead.
Yeah. He takes 6 aggravated. He is slapped across the room, crashes into the debris over here, and is gasping for air. He's not. I'm not going to kill him just yet, but he is gasping.
Immediate run over to try and stabilize
Right,
if nothing stops.
right.
That's fine. He's still saying the ritual.
Yep. As he's clutching that Bible, he has felt the hand of true evil slap him. He has basically huge frost marks up and down his chest. He is gasping for air.
Oh no.
Breathe.
And the form takes a step forward to about where the girl was. It just kind of steps over her body, just doesn't give a shit, and just kind of steps about
we knew
here.
he didn't give a shit anyway. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Stay with me, god damn it.
Don't worry about me.
Well,
Take
you look 2
care.
inches from death.
Take care of him. I know where I'm going. He needs to go back to where he belongs.
Not before I bring you back to where you need to be. And
I mean-
Quinn's gonna use all their medical, like the quickest way to. Okay,
Mhm.
you're not
Yep.
gonna die right now.
He's gonna
We're
keep
not gonna
on-
let you
he's-
die here.
He's gonna keep arguing with you, but
It's
I
like
mean,
you-
it's
it's
not
like
like
you're-
he can do anything.
It's like you're
Yeah.
probably gonna die, but I'm not letting you die right now.
Exactly. Yeah,
I
he's-
need you
he's
still.
Like Quinn is afraid to
he's
even like do the
arguing
whole
with
like
you, but it's not like he can stop you.
yeah, Quinn's even afraid to like slap him to knock him some sense into him because that would probably kill him.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you
Just,
don't want
just
that.
Yeah.
snap his neck on accident
Yeah.
because he's so fragile at the moment.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, what's anybody else doing?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so Ezra is he's like walking forward.
Mm-hmm. Just taking like kind of like one step here. There's
sort-
no discernible face. It is just like a shadow humanoid
Okay,
figure
and where's the journal?
Behind him.
behind him. Yep.
Behind him.
Mhm.
Okay, and where's his attention right
You don't have
now?
to say if you want to.
Really kind of the head was kind of looking this way, just where it slapped.
Okay.
Okay, can I try to sneak while he's distracted? Can I try to like sneak around to try to get the journal?
Sure.
I don't like that.
I can try to distract them if.
Yeah.
No.
I will take
Thomas-
whatever
yeah,
assistance
Thomas
is
is-
there.
With whatever breath he has, Thomas is yelling, calling on God, calling on the nurse, anybody that he can.
he does call out to Judith.
Mm-hmm. Now's the time.
I was
Okay.
say anything to give me extra dice. I mean, I'm not terrible, but more dice is always good.
A light appears
Mhm.
at the back at this door,
It's gotta be her.
and it kind of just starts to move this way. The figure, their head, for a better use of a better term, kind of looks this way.
We have our
Okay.
distraction.
I got
Yep.
I got
There's your distraction.
okay. I got 6 successes for my stealth check.
Jesus.
Nice.
All right. You're hobbily, kind of moving around. Actually, are you going around this way? Because
This-
if you go this way, you're not going to go
Send me a text
right.
reminder.
Because if you go this way, you're going to have to go right past him.
Oh, so there's fire on that side of the
And
room.
there's fire on this side, so I
Uh,
advise going this way. but-
well, then I'll go that way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So he kind of hobbles over here.
You're not
He's
open?
kind of at the edge of. He kind of gets
You're not
past
open until
Ezra,
Dad goes to bed.
and he's
Okay.
kind of about here then.
Okay.
Rebecca. No,
Put
sorry.
it first. I see
Eleanor.
that first.
Okay, so I'm watching this light go towards the
Mhm.
guy in there.
Oh, you're putting do not open.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'm going to cause trouble.
Don't forget to tell that.
Um,
And then I'm gonna put it all
let's.
not open.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at something
That's
here.
the,
Okay.
because it's my this. You'll probably
Uh,
open it.
no, I'm not going to mess with you. You've got decent resolve. So
It's got decent resolve. So
she's gonna she's gonna hold it together. Okay, Quinn is helping Thomas. The light kind of starts to drift towards Thomas.
I was gonna say, Thomas, if Thomas sees this light,
uh-huh.
he is going to use every ounce to basically push past Quinn and stand up in this light with whatever strength, even if he has to crawl.
Okay,
He's adding what he has.
he's able to kind of roll over onto his side, and it's just like coughing up blood now.
Yeah.
And just kind of kneels. The light does come here, and you do see Miss Judith,
Okay.
and she just kind of comes down and just embraces him.
All right.
And yeah, he just, with whatever he has, he's holding out his hand towards the demon, the Bible in his other hand,
Mhm.
and just every ounce of whatever he has left, because he know he's leaving.
Deputy
But he's
Dumbshit.
taking this demon with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Deputy Dumbshit is just kind of running towards the demon thing, like he,
Oh,
whatever,
he probably
whatever they
shouldn't.
suspect Ezra is.
He's like,
That-
I'll run.
That
he's
is
like,
a
"I'll run towards
great.
Shadow
That is a
Man."
great idea, cannon fodder. Please, let's see what happens.
And runs this way,
Mhm.
and just kind of stops in front of Ezra. And like he was running and just slams on the brakes in front of Ezra. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go and try and grab the journal now.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell at Ezra.
Okay. So we got one yelling at Ezra.
I'm trying to
Um,
distract him a bit more.
Quinn, you've now witnessing this light of apparently goodness,
Yeah.
as far as you can tell,
Right, right.
is embracing. Thomas, is there anything you want to do? Maybe cry.
Sorry.
We're going for the full
Sorry.
melodrama. Who am I to resist?
Sorry, Quinn.
No. I'm just thinking. I'm looking at a sheet. And I'm like, it's time for a blaze of glory. And Quinn just kind of looked between the nurse,
Mhm,
Thomas, and just with that grim, just acceptance, just step back.
mhm.
And they're gonna go towards that fire, and they're gonna look for something they can wield as a weepon that's on fire.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
so they're
Oh
gonna go.
boy.
They're
Okay.
gonna go
Why-
around here
Melodrama.
to get
Why
to the
do
fire.
why do I have a feeling like Deputy Dumbass is about to become Raymond Stantz in Ghostbusters 2? Now
Are you
I
a-
am Vigo. Sorry.
Oh,
Are you
wow.
a god?
No,
No.
that's Ghostbusters 1.
That's
I'm
one,
talking about
yeah.
2
My
when he
my
gets
apologies.
possessed by the penny.
My
Okay.
apologies. It's been I've only seen Ghostbusters 2 like twice.
Right.
It's all
been
good.
And
ages.
yeah,
It's all
and don't
good.
waste your time watching it more than that. So.
What are you
Um,
talking about? Both of the
I mean-
movies were great.
Okay.
Okay.
So Quinn is kind of going this way.
Right.
They're not
Um,
stepping between Ezra and the cop. Like if whatever
Good.
deputy dipshit over there is
Okay.
getting done,
He's
to
going
it,
to
they're
actually kind of go
behind.
around him here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Rebecca is kind of getting the same feeling about the deputy. And she is going to run up and just push him from behind
Off
towards
to the side? Oh, towards.
towards Ezra.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
like I was like half expecting her to just be like stone cold, like shoots him in the back of the head or something.
Yeah.
I considered it, but I had her do something else. Okay. So then we've got then Owen then is
Yep, I'm going for the
Trying to
journal.
get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
what is he
alright.
doing? Is he diving in? Is he what's he gonna try to do?
Well, there's still like a mass distraction going on, so he's
Mhm.
just walking in and gonna try to grab it while Ezra's distracted.
Okay. Give me a Dex plus Athletics, please.
Okay, what is this for specifically?
He is going to dive to attempt to grab the book. Then
I'm just trying to sneak up. I'm not trying to be all quick about
okay,
it. I'm
that's
still
what I
try-
want to
Yeah.
confirm. Like, what is
No,
he
no,
trying
no.
to do?
Yeah, no, I'm still trying to just like sneaking up and
Okay,
gonna try to grab it while he's distracted.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to basically, because you remember your last experience with reaching in here to grab a book.
Yes, but this time I have thwart the unnatural.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right.
so if the unnatural tries to hurt me with a contested roll, I just succeed automatically. And
Okay.
if it would succeed automatically, then I get a contested roll instead.
Okay. Well, go ahead and let's roll that then.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. That's real good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8
Oh,
successes.
Jesus.
Wow.
All right.
This is my area of expertise.
As Deputy Dumbshit is falling this way, Ezra turns, and you now have his full attention.
I have
But
the book
you-
now, though. Yeah.
Well, hold on. You said you
Uh-oh.
were just doing thwart the unnatural. You didn't say you were getting the grabbing for the book at the same time.
Huh? Well, that was what I assumed that roll was for. Otherwise,
No,
what was I rolling for?
That's what I need the Dex though for you to be able to get the book.
Wait.
That's
okay.
why I was asking
Wait,
about the.
That's
Dex.
confusing.
Wait. I'm so confused as to why do I need the Dex check to just grab the book?
Because it's got stuff in there.
But that's what the thwart the unnatural's for, so I can just grab it without that affecting me.
Okay. All right. I'll go with that.
I was like, why am I using it if it's
Okay.
not going to work anyway?
No, that's fine. No, that's fair. All right. You grab the book. It is as cold as you remember, because now you're grabbing it with the, I guess your good hand. So now you've got the book, and Ezra has now turned around and is staring at you. Okay.
I'm gonna throw something at Ezra.
Okay.
Whatever's around.
Go ahead. Yep.
Try to hit him in the head. What do I roll for
Dex
that?
plus athletics.
Oh boy. Okay, athletics is 2 dice, and that's a 7 and a 0. And what was the other one? Dexterity, right? That's
Yeah.
also 2 dice, and that is a 7 and a 9.
Okay, 3 successes.
Yep.
right.
You throw something at it, it goes through smoke.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. Thomas, you are going into the light, but you feel like it's time, that you've done the right thing, and that if you end up here, then Miss Judith will take care of you.
Right.
But you have the option to, do I just let go, or do I try to hang on?
If I'm going, I'm taking Ezra with me.
Okay, so you're not
So-
unfinished business, not quite yet, right?
Yeah, no, he's like,
Okay.
until he can take him down,
Mhm.
he's not going. This
Okay.
place will be cleansed.
Okay. Quinn, you were going over to grab a
Yeah,
stick.
they're gonna look, preferably if there's like anything like long and wooden with a flame at the end, not like a staff, but like something that for size reference, maybe like a sword.
Not much. There's really not much, because most of this has been burning down. I mean, it was wood, and it's mostly burned down. I mean, you could try to be very dexterous and try to grab something.
Maybe, but
Yep.
Wait a minute. Quinn will kind of like look at the circle and look
Mhm.
at the pentagram,
Okay.
and I'm guessing they notice like, hey, the debris just flew through him.
Mhm.
Right.
They look over to Father Thomas. Hey, Ezra. Get
And
fucked. And they're going to spray the flaming alcohol like right on the pentagram.
Okay. And it will turn this way. We're going to say Owen was over here.
Yeah.
So kind of out of range, unless you roll
Hopefully.
really badly.
Oh no.
But,
So yeah.
So just for reference on,
I guess that was your what did we do? Crafts. And,
yeah, it
Oh,
was int plus craft to make it, and
yeah. I want to say like Dex plus crafts or something like that.
Yeah.
If that
the equipment
to fire
can
it. I
assist-
mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Equipment can assist in the use of any single skill, providing 2 dot advantage. I'm willing to bet, regardless of whether it succeeds or fails, this has been used enough to where this will break after this.
Yeah.
But what dice pool would you want me to use this with?
I guess is he wielding it kind of like a gun at this point? Because I think we did Dex plus crafts last time, and I want
Yeah,
to just
Dex
be
plus craft to make it.
and I want to be consistent. So
Yeah.
so I think let's go with Dex plus crafts.
I got you. And
Just,
make
even if
shift
it's wrong,
weapon.
let's be wrong consistently. So
May as well.
So the standards we set.
Yeah.
yeah, I try to be fair. So
This is something worth spending a willpower on.
mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely. All right, so we have 1 success so far. Now for that reroll, 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you spray it, and it goes through the cloud.
Now they're spraying the pentagram.
Oh,
Like the
spraying the
dry
pentagram.
blood.
Oh, you're spraying
Mhm.
here.
Yeah,
You're spraying
like any of the
this
blood that
way,
they can reach to
spraying
burn it
this
off.
way.
So I'm assuming they're like
He's
right by that
he's
pile.
standing here. Ezra's standing here now looking at you. You're about like here.
And they're spraying like the pentagram, like that one point of the star that's close to him, to try and like melt it off.
Okay. Oh, spraying down? Like
Yeah,
at the-
spraying down.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of scorches the ground a little bit, but doesn't seem to do anything to Ezra.
Well, that was worth a shot. And I'm willing to bet that it's out of alcohol, or just otherwise falls apart.
Yeah. That was probably
Shit.
about your last shot with it. So, okay. Eleanor.
Okay. Hitting him's not going to work.
Oh, actually, I just thought of something.
What?
When you sprayed this way, you probably sprayed your deputy dumb shit.
Oh, probably.
So
It
yeah,
it did probably at the very least lick him a little bit.
I just thought of that. I'm sorry.
Mm,
So
yeah.
you probably sprayed him. So now he's probably shrieking and rolling around here.
Okay.
It just got a little on him. You know, he's just being a baby about
Just
it.
a
you know.
little fire.
It's like your sleeves on fire.
such
Like
a
you're like a
baby.
sim. You're like a sim. Your sleeves on fire. Just like roll around.
Yes,
It's fine.
just pat it out, and then your
Walk
whole
it off.
body will be covered in scorch marks. Take a shower, you'll be fine.
All right.
Okay. Oh yeah, Eleanor. Let's see what you want to do.
Okay. So, which direction is Ezra looking?
He is now looking this way.
Okay. And Quinn is on that side. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
He's drawn his full attention.
Okay. And Quinn doesn't have a weapon anymore.
They have their mind. The best
Okay.
weapon.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I've yelled at university professors about terrible, terrible science papers they were about to publish. I can do this. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
The only thing worse than demons, academia.
Chastise him.
Exactly. All right. I don't know. I'm just going to start talking and see what happens.
Okay.
All right. Hey,
What do you want?
asshole. The one that no one loves. You're not doing anything here. You've used up all your girls. You're done with this guy over here that's unfortunately on fire. There's nothing left for you. Nothing. Everything you've done has turned to ash. And there's nothing you can do to change that.
Okay. He's looking at you now.
Mhm.
Owen,
Yes.
you got the book.
I do have the book. Where is the nurse?
Her and Thomas are over here.
Okay. While Ezra is distracted, I'm
Mhm.
going to sort of like start making my way over to
Do.
yeah, over
Gonna wait downtown.
yeah, over gonna make over to the nurse, and sort of like as I'm doing that, I like very quickly sort of want to like flip through the pages and see if there's like anything more helpful in here other than like it's just her like personal journal that she like jotted her
just
notes
flipping
down.
it is her personal journal.
Okay, that's totally fine. And so then I'm just gonna make my way over to her with the book.
And she's kind of holding Thomas, and she looks at her, she goes, "Get it far away from here."
Oh, okay. And
Yeah, go.
okay, I will sort of just like
Pull somebody with you.
Okay.
okay. I will in that case I will sort of like start making my way back towards the door, and I'm assuming Rebecca is like relatively near there.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'm gonna start like pulling her with me.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna kind of head this way. Deputy is kind of rolling around here. Rebecca, actually Wyatt is gonna kind of run forward and just start yelling at us like, "Hey, asshole! Hey, I'm right here." So now he is looking at him.
Mhm.
Ezra is now
Excellent.
looking at Wyatt. Thomas, you're not, well, not giving away too much. You don't know if this will necessarily defeat Ezra, but you get a feeling this is stifling his plans.
He looks to Judith, and he's just like, "We need that nurse that he assaulted to come here and stand up against him." And he starts just like calling out, saying like, "I told you I would protect you. I have this light. Miss Judith is here. Now's your time to stand up to your demons and bring him down one last time."
Judith is. She just kind of just shakes her. I don't know if she has that within her child.
Tell her I'll help her.
She does. We're all here. She has the power. She needs to look, and she needs to do it.
Judith kind of dissipates. Like the light around her and her form just dissipates, and Thomas drops because she's no longer there. So you're kind of like, well, my request is queued. We'll see what we'll see what happens.
I just got put on hold.
You just got put on hold, exactly.
Yeah, maybe she's
What
going
would
to get
heavenly
her.
wait music sound like?
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then Thomas just keels over before she gets back.
Don't you go dying on me. No. Okay. Wyatt is trying to distract Ezra as best he can. I am assuming then Owen and Rebecca are then heading out.
Yep, towards the fire exit.
Okay. There is no resistance. I mean, there's nobody else here. So yes, so they're running. Poor Wyatt.
Oh God, I'm still there.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see if this other ghost comes because I'll help her.
Oh boy. Okay. And this is probably our longest game at this channel.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, what was what. Mike made the character, and I'm getting to use him a little bit. So
yeah.
Actually, Wyatt does all right. Ezra kind of swung at him, but hate to say it, Wyatt can kind of take a punch. He does get hit with something, kind of more hits him in the face and just kind of throws him backwards. But he doesn't seem to be in as bad damage as Thomas. So now we still have Quinn is over here, and Eleanor is over here, and the rest of your party
has
M's grade.
Yeah.
So it's what would you? I guess
what I was told to do. So I'm doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yes. And I'm sorry. And Thomas is collapsed here.
Okay.
So let me first check Eleanor, and then Quinn, and then Thomas. So
okay. So wait, what are we doing?
I want to know what you want to do.
What I want to do?
Yeah, because your party in the book has gone this way.
Yeah.
Thomas has collapsed, and Quinn is standing here, and
okay.
Wyatt has been thrown back by Ezra.
Right. Okay. Well, I can't save Thomas. I know I don't have that skill. So I'm just going to yell at Ezra some more and hope I can make him feel bad.
more chastising.
Just
Okay.
make him feel bad about his life decision.
Exactly.
Are you using harsh language? No.
It depends.
That's an Aliens joke. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah. So I'm going to yell at him again and be like, "You're nothing but a bully. Do you realize that? No one likes bullies. No one." No matter how many little girls you use as puppets, you're still nothing. And nothing is going to change that ever.
Okay. All right. Quinn?
Seeing Father Thomas collapse, seeing that everything they have tried has not stopped Ezra,
Yet.
there's a plan forming. But
Okay.
first, they're going to go over Thomas and using every ounce of medical first aid they know, stabilize him enough to move. Because for their plan, everyone's got to get out of here.
How is he getting there? Is he going out and around, or is he going the short route?
Fuck it. We got to go the short route. If it means Ezra's going to take a swing at him, fuck it.
Okay.
They're a medic. They worry about other people first, and if they got to take a hit or dodge one, so
you're gonna get caught in the Omega beam from his eyes.
Yeah.
Just vaporize.
What a way to go, though, right? Yeah. Give me a. It's gonna be more of a stamina roll. Give me a stamina and survival, because you are basically just going through total darkness.
Stamina and survival, totally things we have.
Yay!
Well, that's 2 successes.
That's
out of 3
something.
dice.
That's
Okay.
something.
You take this blast of hellish cold. You're gonna take 2 superficial damage, but you get past. You get to Thomas. So
Shrug the pain off. Worry about it later.
Okay. So you're gonna pick up Thomas.
They're gonna make sure they're stable for transport first. Like whatever medicine they have to use,
roll them over.
Okay. So then upstairs, I'm actually heading up the stairs. You as you're running through the first floor, then you don't encounter anything unusual. I don't have the first map up, but basically you were going like this way to get to the front door.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing pops up. Nothing. You just carry in the book, and you're gonna say you get to the front doors and you start heading towards the cars. Downstairs, Ezra has now turned his attention back to the 3 over here.
Okay.
Flip them off, Eleanor.
And I'm gonna roll something.
I used divine intervention. Oh wait, wrong game. My bad.
Wrong game. Yeah.
What's our level again? Dang it.
You now sense that you have Ezra's full attention, and the nurse has not appeared.
Okay. I have his full attention?
Well, you all 3 do.
All 3 of his full attention.
All 3 of you do. You heard Thomas basically invoke that he wanted the eyeless nurse to appear.
Right.
She has not appeared, and like I said, you now have Ezra's full attention. So
Thomas, with whatever breath he has, looks at Eleanor and is just like, "We need that nurse."
I'll go get her. I'll try. I'm gonna go running up the stairs.
Okay. Let's see. The door here, the doors, slam shut.
What are they made out of?
Metal.
Dang it.
Okay.
I was with you. I'm just gonna be like, barrel through.
They're now shut.
Well, I've got a baseball bat. I'm gonna try slamming my way through, I guess. I don't know what else to do.
You can try to push them.
Yeah. Try
Quinn.
to push them out of the way. I don't know what to roll for that though.
Really strength plus brawl to
strength
try to
is
start pushing
2
through the door.
dice.
Okay. Quinn, you
That's,
see Eleanor
8
is
and
now
a
frantically
3.
trying to open the doors.
And then Brawl is also 2 dice, and it's a 5 and a 7.
Wax paper, plastic wrap, tinfoil.
Nah,
Not
it's
working.
not. It's not budging. No.
Okay.
When they were blasted with the cold, was it just temperature or did it feel like a gust?
Like a gust. I mean, it's like if you've ever gotten freezer burn, like, but times 10. Like just that like pain, that burning. It's like devoid of life. Just the coldness of the way the girl described it is just like the coldness of hell.
We'll kind of like look at Eleanor, look at Thomas, and they'll stand up and they'll kind of walk where Eleanor is, and they're kind of like gently trying to move out of the way, just look at Ezra. Now that we have someone that can actually read you to filth, well, I think it's kind of pathetic, you know? What were you compensating for? I mean, really? You were your entire life just unable to even be a normal person, let alone a good person. But you know what? It's not your fault. The deck was stacked against you. But, you know, that doesn't mean anything now. You're an entity of God knows what untold power, and what can you do for it? You have to be a little puppeteer. You can't even do anything on your own. Outside of that little circle, you can't do anything. Try me. And their intent is to try and get some of that forceful blast and just dived and see if he blasts the doors open after taunting him.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to slide out of the way of the doors if I think that might
Yeah.
be a thing.
Yeah, that's what Quinn's like,
Okay.
hey, don't make a big deal of it, but get the fuck
Okay.
out of the way.
And just slide out of the way a little bit. And yeah.
At your taunt, Ezra fully steps out of the circle and is now between you and the door.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So what you gather is he could fully move outside the circle.
Okay.
But you hear a click from the doors. So Ezra's back is face towards the door. He's looking at you. You hear a click, and they slowly open.
Who do we see?
And the door opens, and the eyeless nurse steps through.
Okay. I'm going to stand with her if she'll let me. You're not alone. We got this.
And Ezra turns now towards the nurse.
That's right. I have more connections than you think.
And she kind of just takes a step now, kind of here into this green. That's why I love this map. I would say into this green, this green square.
Okay.
And now they're just kind of facing each other.
He reaches. He has the Bible in one hand. He reaches out into his other pocket, pulls out his crucifix, and it's just like, child, I know what he did. But in the end, to be better than him, you need to forgive him. And you need to move on with your life. And he just slides the crucifix in between them.
Okay.
And he starts with, blessed are the weak, for they are. So he just goes through all the Beatitudes.
Okay. Quinn, Eleanor, anything?
I'm going to go stand near her for strength.
Okay.
Because what she's just been asked to do is really hard.
Okay. Quinn?
Question.
Mhm.
Does Quinn remember if there are any gas lines exposed anywhere in this building?
The gas wouldn't be on. It was turned off years
Damn
ago.
it! All right.
And we're going down
you
in
wanna-
a blaze of glory.
He just wants to blow shit up.
Oh,
Listen,
wow.
listen. You can't haunt an asylum if there's no asylum standing.
Well, I mean, true.
Quinn will go over to Thomas and is just like, all right, time for you to shut the fuck up and let me work because you're getting out of this. I don't give a fuck what you say right now.
The nurse.
Not even paying attention.
The nurse she has no eyes,
Right.
but she is looking at Ezra and opens her mouth and seems to almost scream, but it's this sounds like a long musical note and just screams this at him. His form starts to shudder a little bit as this sound wave
All right, I
is,
start
is,
recording
is
that.
hitting him. You guys have to cover your ears because
Okay,
it
I
is,
can't
yes,
record that.
yeah,
Okay,
no,
so we're
it
doing
is-
this.
Yeah, it is insanely loud. It is painful to you as well.
So we're
She's-
talking Alanis Morissette
Yeah,
in Dogma.
In Dogma.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Good
Uh-huh.
reference.
Yeah.
She's just
Thank you.
screaming at him.
Okay.
And Ezra kind of staggers a little bit. He's kind of moving back this way. So, the three of you,
Uh-huh.
if you wanted Amscray, now would be your time because she is attacking him.
She's got him.
But it is up to you. Unless you want to wait and see what happens. But she is like full on attacking him.
I'm already you already know what Thomas is doing. Good luck. You're gonna have to drag him
Okay.
because he's
Okay.
staying.
Okay. All right. And he is fading fast. So
That's fine.
he's probably fallen onto his back at this point.
That's fine.
Yep. Eleanor and Quinn.
Thomas, are you sure about this?
He's focused. He's reading.
You sure
and
about this?
Giving all of his strength to her.
Okay. We should probably go.
Quinn wants to stay and blow something up.
Yeah.
Quinn will kind of
I don't think we can save him.
look to Thomas and has the nurse, like the head nurse, reappeared, or she's still not there?
No, she's gone.
She's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the eyeless nurse. So
God. They don't have a lot of strength, but Quinn is gonna hook their arms underneath Thomas and start dragging because
okay.
Thomas may be determined to die in here, but Quinn's training is, at the very least, if someone's dying, let them see the sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go with you guys.
Okay. So she is kind of shouting at Ezra, and he's kind of turning this way.
Uh-huh.
You guys are moving out
Yep.
through the doorway. The second you get out, the doors slam shut.
Is Deputy Dumbfuck still in there?
Yeah, he's still rolling around in here, but once you got out the doors, they shut.
Oh.
He'll be fine.
Is Wyatt still in there?
No, Wyatt. I thought
Probably
had
left.
taken off with everybody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call though. Yep. Yeah, he kind of took off with Rebecca, so I'm going to keep the NPCs together. So
Okay.
Yeah.
unless you're deputy dumb shit, then
And fuck them.
Yeah,
well,
that's, wow.
we'll talk about that in the Q&A. But okay, so once you get out of range, basically the door slams shut,
Right.
and you still hear that awful screaming kind of sound, but it's kind of starting to fade the further you get away. And you would have to basically carry Thomas up the stairs.
Yeah, we can try. There's two of us.
Quinn only has a less than average, maybe average amount of strength, so it's very much.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Yeah, Eleanor's not super strong, but she has some strength.
You guys get up the stairs, heading back towards the front door. Nothing stopping you. You do notice as you just kind of come through, it does feel a little lighter in here. It's not, but plus it gets warmer as you as you get away from the basement, but it doesn't feel as dark and oppressive as you're heading towards the door. As you're getting towards the door, Rebecca and Wyatt come in to help you with Thomas.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Take him out. You get outside, and you are now outside.
just no hesitation. Lay him on the grass.
Mhm.
Work on what we can, even if it seems hopeless.
He's going. I'm gonna let Thomas make. Sounds really weird to be talking about Thomas dying. This is really creepy. Let's see. I want to have him make a resolve and survival roll to see is he gonna keep pushing on, or is he ready to just let go? No pressure. No
That
pressure.
is a 0.
Okay. He just kind of gives a final look to the team, and he fades.
Oh no.
Well, fuck.
He might have faded, but he has a smile on his face.
Well, he said he knew where he was going.
Shouldn't have been his fucking time yet.
For a little flavor, his hat falls backwards, and you see the picture of his family.
Oh,
Oh.
forgot about that. Thank you. Owen,
Yes.
just right from behind your ear, this just right behind your ears, this little whisper says, "Go, get away from here with the book."
Okay. And I'll just start, I guess, dragging Rebecca with me.
Yeah, and she's like, "Come on, let fuck this, let's get out of here."
All right. I'm going to go get the rental car because I'm going to have to turn that in eventually.
Okay.
Anybody else need a ride?
I'll get in the van. We'll need to bring him somewhere.
All right.
Gather up everybody and head down the road.
Yep.
And we're going to do one last final scene
Okay.
after the team leaves. Thomas, your eyes open and you are standing outside of Oak Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And now everything is cast in shades of gray and black. As bad as the place looked before, now it looks like a rundown medieval castle. Looks completely different. And there's no grass, everything is dead. And you're standing there, and at the front door, you see Miss Judith. But she's not translucent like she was before. She looks solid to you in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks out and just opens up her arms to you.
Then he hugs her right back.
Says welcome for as long as you can stay. You gave your life and your love to protect me, and that is all I can ever. I can never thank you enough.
There's no need to thank. Just doing my job.
And we fade from there, and that is our game, folks.
Wow. That was
I want
good.
to thank everyone. That was a fun game.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
Yep. And I do not take killing characters lightly. Ezra is a beast, to put
Bad
it lightly.
news. He's
Yeah.
bad
That's-
news
yeah.
bears.
That's fine.
Yeah. When we get, if you guys can stay,
Mhm.
I can stay for a while. And if you have questions about anything you want to ask, since this is the series finale, I'll answer, as best I can, what you have. Why don't we, if you're not able to stay, if it's something you want to, anything you want to announce first, go for it now. Otherwise, we can jump into the questions after you've had a chance to take a breath. So,
Oh, show.
As much as I would like to stay, I'm probably going to go finish eating
Of course,
Good
yeah.
plan.
and then,
Yeah.
and then I have to get up early in the morning.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem. No
Yeah.
problem.
All right.
I really have no questions. The
Okay.
story was great.
Okay.
I love the system. It was fun. Unfortunately, I had to miss a couple games, but that's just how life is.
It happens, but you were here
But
for the for the
Yeah.
most important part. So
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that's what the character needed, because
Yep.
that's what he would have done anyway. So
awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. And
if you guys have any questions for me before I leave,
Yep.
I'm more than willing to answer. But yeah, I wish I could have made every session, but like I said, life happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Anybody have anything for Ray as he normally disappears, and for father?
Mm.
Actually, he's not a father. He's just really a reverend, isn't he?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. That was actually
Yeah,
kind of one of the
That's
things.
a good
that-
question.
Southern
And we-
Baptist.
And we
yeah.
all just kept calling him Father Tom.
It's fine.
Father,
It
You know
doesn't
what?
matter.
A father,
At that
as a
point-
reverend, as a Catholic, as a bishop.
It
it's the
doesn't.
same.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Southern Baptist with his family. His family, he just kept the church going. So generation after generation.
Oh wow.
So
to me, he possessed. They don't have it in the system. True faith is something they used to have in the
Oh.
old system.
Mhm.
So I kind of rolled with it that he
Mhm.
truly believed his faith was his armor. As corny as people might say that is, this character.
You can basically just flavor the endowments to
Mhm.
work that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's why I, was kind of flavoring kind of what he was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, good
Mhm.
job. Again, I don't take killing characters lightly, but he
If
sacrificed himself. So.
If you don't go into a game thinking that your character is going to die, you're doing something wrong. So
Yeah.
I plan for death every day in these games. And
Yeah.
that's including, the Power Ranger games that I'm in.
Oh,
So,
wow.
And speaking of Power Ranger games, why don't you tell us a little more about that?
yeah, absolutely.
What a segue.
It's yeah. We're Project Squadron on YouTube. And it's just there's a bunch of groups. I'm in two of them. We've kind of run into like a little rough patch here where games have been getting canceled because, again, in TTRPG, real life still happens.
Mhm.
The biggest bad
Um,
of them all.
Yeah.
So we were able to record a game last night and got it up. We're gonna miss out on Sunday, unfortunately, but I actually am hopefully going to get enough people, and we're going to do a little one shot so that we can at least have something to do.
Mhm.
But yeah, Project Squadron on YouTube. It's pretty fun. It's a completely different system than this, and it's not D&D. I like playing these games. So every new system I like trying to play and figure out and see which ones are. I mean, I have fun at all of them. So it's all just depending on how the dice roll and telling the story just with other people.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you. I know you got to go, and
Yeah.
Go
I
eat.
hope to see you in other games in the future. So
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, of course. I'll stay on Discord, and if something comes up on a day that I'm free and I can join in, I might hop in as well.
Awesome.
All right.
Because I
Sounds
ain't
good.
leaving. I'm still here.
Good. Thomas is gone. But...
I'm here with an
around.
ear infection, so
Oh, that's rough.
it's all
Alrighty.
good.
Oof.
Well, thank you. Okay.
Thanks
Yep.
for a great game, Tom. Beautiful story.
Thank you. I
Scary
appreciate
as
it.
hell, and
Mhm.
that'll
Yeah.
mess with your mind, but it was really good. It
That's
was
what
really
I kind of
good.
warned folks is it was going to get heavy. So.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you guys as players, excellent job with your characters as well.
And you played your character so well.
Thank
like,
you.
Absolutely.
consistently.
Hey,
Oh, show.
that's all I can do, or all I can try at least. So
Okay.
have a good night, and
You too.
we'll see you next time.
Sounds
Alright.
good. Okay, see you.
Bye.
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 Alrighty. Anyone else got to leave or want to stay for
I'm
questions?
fine.
I
Doesn't
don't have
matter
to
to me.
leave right now.
Okay.
My friend has her son over, and I did promise like we would watch
Sure.
Nightmare
Okay.
for Christmas before he went to bed.
No
so I have
problem.
to leave in a little bit, but I'll be able to stay for like a few questions and all that.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's
So
fine.
ask your
Cool,
questions
cool.
because
Well, yeah. And you know what? And if you can't think of them now, that's fine. Shoot them to me later. It's
yeah,
you're still kind of processing some things. So
So
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If
Mhm.
Owen hadn't left yet, Quinn was about to shoot them a question on something that would have been very, very both horrible, but also would have gotten the job done.
Okay.
And they were going to ask if there was a way to put Ezra in the book and then destroy the
Oh.
book.
Um,
Probably not.
Ooh.
But
no.
it was just
no.
Quinn was just
I'll
like
be
Ooh,
honest.
50
that's
different
that's
ways.
I'll be
ooh,
honest.
that's dark and devious, but I
Yeah.
kind of
Mm.
like it.
And I'll be honest, that probably would have destroyed the book.
It probably would
Yeah.
have, yeah.
Now I know Aloysius probably knows a little bit about Wraith.
Yeah.
So
It's
he
fucked up, and I love it.
yeah. If you know Wraith at all, I can tell you a little bit. If not, I'm not gonna confuse you or anything.
Yeah, Wraith is one of the splats. I've gotten experience with all of like the 20th edition, all the earlier splats, but not Mummy, Wraith, or Promethean. But most of the other ones I've had at least some experience or some knowledge in. Wraith is one of those ones I've been meaning to like just take a look at and see like, oh, that's pretty cute or fun, and then just have that as knowledge, but haven't gotten to it yet.
Wraith is heavy.
I love Wraith so much.
And there's one aspect to Wraith that every character, Wraith has a shadow, which is basically their dark side. And what you do is other players play your shadow. So let's say I have my character, but my shadow, Aloysius, is playing my shadow.
Yeah.
And they can be working against you. Generally, their shadow is working against you.
Yes,
because
there are certain like pretty much at any given time your shadow is working against you, but they don't want you to outright like just crumble because they're like a part of you. But they do want to sort of like slight you all the time and like get you to doubt yourself and that sort of thing. And sometimes like really good manipulative shadows will, for a while, they'll like act buddy with you and like try to help you out with things, and then like when you need them the most, they just like slap your hand away and just like tell you how useless you are.
But what they do is your shadow can help you, but what you have to do is you have to give them power. And every time you give them power, they grow stronger. And then if your shadow gets stronger than you, they can take control of you.
Oh Lord.
So it is a complex system. It can be uncomfortable, Wraith. But it's a heavy. I would love to run Wraith. It is on my list of something to run. And when I saw a chance to Hunter and Wraith together, that's the idea I had.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool.
Yep.
Yes, I like after Werewolf. I'm like Wraith 5th edition,
Okay.
please
Yep.
give me Wraith after Werewolf. Give
You're
me
putting me
Wraith.
my age by the time you see Wraith 5th edition.
Oh,
so
maybe.
Okay. I know. Ned has to go. So is there anything else you
Well, I
want
still
to ask?
have a
about?
little bit
Okay.
more
I just
time
want to make
if
sure
you
I
have
don't want to
any
hold you up or
questions
anything. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like I got like
Okay.
maybe 5-10 more minutes or so. Do you have any questions for me, player, or what I have on Quinn's sheet or anything?
I guess sort of like was the whole really wanting to blow stuff up and like light shit on fire, was that just a like one of those like spur of the moment character decisions where you're like, yep, my character is really all about this, or was that like a secret thing that you're like,
Well, it was not like a secret thing. I will go ahead and tell you there was nothing on the sheet that was specific of, oh, I want to set shit on fire.
Fire.
No, like their reasoning for it was I was trying to think of, because on their sheet they have 2 edges and 1 perk, and the edges are library and improvised gear, with the perk being speed crafting for improvised gear. And I was just thinking I wanted to use that, kind of be that moment of like, all right, Quinn isn't just a paramedic who can like think fast on their feet. They're now like
Mhm.
a hunter who can think fast on their feet. What's something
Oh,
they
that's
can
cool.
make out of nothing?
Mhm.
And I was like, what comes in a first aid kit? Well, I don't think I can kill them with syringes. I don't think I can kill them with Pepto-Bismol tablets. Rubbing alcohol, we used that before. Flamethrower.
Mhm.
And then it just became like, this is my weapon. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Oh, that is.
So
a
it became one of those
quote.
things of like,
Oh,
that is,
okay.
it was like symbolic of Quinn being like, nope, I'm not just gonna be a passive observer. I'm not just gonna be powerless. I can make whatever I need on the fly, and I will destroy whatever I need.
Okay, interesting.
Right.
And you played
That
it well.
and it
That
seemed
was-
like
That was really
the only
good.
thing
Yeah.
they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess this is a question for both Mint and Jen. Is there anything like on your character sheets that you guys had that you didn't like get a chance to like actually use in game, or it did not get to like use fully to the capacity that you wanted to?
This was more of me just being silly and forgetting to add it. But
Forget to add it. Okay.
you know that minute when you set something up and then at the last hurdle you forget something? I meant to ask if it would be reasonable for Quinn to have a gun, because I gave them firearms too, and then forgot to add a gun on their sheet, and then I just kept forgetting to like say like,
Oh
yeah, it
yeah.
would be reasonable. And then by the time it was like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't. Either way, it makes actually for a better story, because not everyone carries a gun everywhere. So you know what?
That is
Right,
true.
right.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Eleanor had anything on her sheet other than like really wanting to use the drones just to see how that worked. You know?
Yeah. No, that's understandable. I think
Yeah.
like the one thing on my character sheet that, granted, I don't know how it like fully would have been on Tom as to like how it would fit into the story. Is I was about to say Quinn. That is your character, but also the name of a different character that I play. But Owen has one of his perks is unseemly aura, so he is he can be perceived by other supernatural creatures as a different supernatural creature sometimes.
Yeah, I don't remember that ever coming up or.
Yeah, since it's like one of those passive things, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure when it would be appropriate to like bring it up or anything like that. So I was kind of just like, let's just leave that on the back burner, and if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up, kind of deal.
Really wouldn't have applied here much. The things you were facing are ghosts. They haven't had experience with, oh, that's a fairy. Oh, that's a mage. I mean, they know ghosts. They know ghosts in the living. I mean, so if I remember it and I thought about it, I thought it's not really going to apply. I mean, you're either living to them or you're dead. I mean,
yeah,
so,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like unless they like thought I was like a vampire or something, where they were
wouldn't have been like, that'd have been like, what's a vampire? I mean, when we were living, we saw them in movies, but you know.
I mean, that's true, but they even if they wouldn't necessarily have been like, oh, I'm afraid of you or whatever, which is not what I would expect at all. I still feel like if they did perceive it, then they'd be like, something's up with that dude. He looks fucked compared to the other people, kind of
There's
deal.
really only a couple characters who knew you were different than regular humans. I mean, Miss Judith and Ezra. Other than that, I mean, the girls were.
Like they were just like meat puppets or whatever, right? Is that what they were?
Oh
They were just like puppet corpses.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to know about Ezra, he's full on Spectre.
That's what I assumed.
Which is basically a wraith who has lost all their connection. They've completely given over to oblivion, to darkness. So they basically just hang around to torment, to torment other wraiths, basically.
That's basically what a Spectre is all about. They're just like, well, my shit's all fucked up now, so time to fuck your shit up and make you like me, or eat you, and you don't exist anymore.
Yeah, and he is full on puppetry, if you hadn't noticed.
Oh yeah.
So basically, the girls were basically Evil Dead. But they,
no
but yeah,
kidding.
but
The
yeah, but he
laughter
was-
on its own would have been a clue.
Just the
Um,
deadites, a bunch of
Mhm.
Yeah,
deadites.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I also love Evil Dead, so that was another way to
too.
I
kind of
mean,
work that in.
Evil Dead's great. I love Evil
Yep.
Dead.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and basically giving him Dr. Phil speeches about, you're a piece of shit and why are you doing this doesn't affect him
But it got
because
his attention.
because it did. It got his attention,
That was the point.
but never to the point where he was going to question himself. I mean, he is just beyond the black.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
he is
yeah. I
just
don't think Eleanor thought she was going to give him
which
therapy.
your characters
I
wouldn't
mean,
know that. Your
know.
characters wouldn't know that. You're trying to reason with him because you reasoned with other spirits. Yeah, no, completely in
Mhm.
character. What you should be doing.
Mhm.
Mechanically, no, just
Yeah. Mhm.
not going to work. Unfortunately, he is full on gone. So,
Okay.
but okay.
Yeah. So I have a question for Quinn's Mint's character Quinn.
Okay.
That point where you were telling people, okay, I might have a record, but really it's not mine. How much of that was true, and how much of that was hidden from the rest
Okay,
of us?
so
Oh, that's a good
I would
question.
say 90 to 95% true because they have the flaw serial error, which for game terms means that whenever authorities get interested in them, it pulls up a record or causes issues for things they didn't do. And I was thinking of playing it like if it came up, be like, look, I get it. They said there was some issue. And I also had like, if it was able to be dived into, I had a story of like, oh yeah, I pissed off some politician. Next thing you knew, I somehow ended up with a record I didn't know. And then they said, oh, you got to go to this department, that department. Basically
Run around.
clogged in the gears of bureaucracy.
Yeah.
The 5%, I knew it wasn't going to come into it, but I thought it'd just be fun for flavor. And if it did come into it, great. And if it didn't, it's just fun, like tuck that back there, maybe just drop that. But you know
For
how
sure.
they mentioned someone named Sarge?
Yeah.
Yes.
Caught that.
That is their boyfriend, who I had put down as a quote notable figure in the criminal underworld.
Oh,
neat.
So it was like, so you didn't do this, no, but you're dating someone who probably could do all this and more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, that is true. But
Yeah.
I didn't
That's the
do it
5%.
though. Not me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't do that.
Yeah. So when Eleanor heard Sarge, she figured, oh, you were in the military.
No,
Oh, it's
She
just
had no
a
idea.
nickname.
Mhm.
I was kind of waiting to see how that'd play out, but really by that point, Deputy Townsend was controlled by Ezra. So he was already on, okay, I'll get your names, but this is more, I'm looking around this hospital to find this book. Because that was his mission, was to find the book and bring it back. Because if he could destroy the book in Wraith terms, that was Miss Judith's last fetter, her last thing holding her to this plane. If it was destroyed, she goes into oblivion. She's just gone. And she was the strongest thing protecting the weaker spirits in Oak Hill. So if he could destroy that, then he has nothing holding him back from just tormenting and destroying the rest of the spirits in Oak Hill.
Wow.
There'll be a whole lot of no bueno, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So and getting that book out of there was what you had to do, was get the book away. Basically, the book was somewhere else. Ezra controlled the girls to find the book.
And then the girls brought it
to Oak Hill.
Okay.
And
so did Ezra just have them do that shit to each other?
He didn't have them do that at all. They thought they were talking to a demon. They were just bored teenage girls who watched too much TV.
So they started cutting people's heads and arms off?
Well, after they did the pentagram, he controlled them to murder each other.
Okay.
Oh,
See, that's what I was curious about.
They were all alive the first time you talked to them. It was like episode 1 where you heard some screaming from down below, and they all started laughing because they knew somebody was upstairs, and they were just, hey, let's all start yelling and screaming and try to scare them away when we weren't sure who you guys were.
Right. That's where one of them threw the blanket over the drone and it came back with it.
Yeah, exactly. They were just screwing around. That at that point, Ezra was done with them and controlled them to murder each other.
I see.
The pentagram. meant nothing. There was no like, oh, he
Yeah.
can't step outside the circle or anything.
Mhm.
That's why I wanted you
Yeah.
guys to think that until he
Mhm.
took the step out. Like, this doesn't do
Yeah,
anything to
that
me. I'm
happened
not bound to
in-
anything. But your characters don't know that. You're
No, no,
you know,
Yeah.
I
you're
didn't.
thinking, oh, if we
Not
put
at
a
all.
salt, a
Yeah.
salt circle, he won't be able to. He would have just walked right past it. He was
The
pretty
thing was,
powerful.
I,
so.
the player, was kind of like, I know the minute we start taunting, it's gonna be revealed. But the character is just
Mm.
like, you know what? Fuck it. This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
information
Well,
I
you
have.
got to play your characters. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like me, like initially, like once
Uh-huh.
we got it, like episode 2, like once we saw the pentagram and all
Mhm.
that, I was like me, the player, was like, "Oh shit, we're doing demons," but I would say, but then, like this episode when Ezra sort of like manifested himself as like the
Mhm.
smoke and all that,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, no, it's definitely ghost shit because
yeah.
because demons in World of Darkness, well, demons like and angels and all that, but they're like cousins and they work the same way functionally. They need hosts in order to like manifest on the material world, whereas wraiths and specters and all that don't need to do
Yeah, he
that.
wasn't.
So that's why I was like, okay, it's not a demon,
Yeah.
it's ghosts, but that's arguably more terrifying.
Yeah.
Which is worse.
Yep.
Mm.
But y'all, I do have to go because
Okay.
I need to go ahead and go start the movie with them before they go to bed.
Sure.
And also, I have
Yep.
to use bathroom. But before I go, it's been an honor. Like, I know this is my first campaign with y'all,
Yeah.
and all of y'all, it's been great, and
Yeah,
I
you were
appreciate the
great.
opportunity.
Mhm.
Loved you.
Yeah, your character was so like quirky
Yeah.
and you know.
We love having you,
Focused.
and I hope there's other games you can join.
I hope so too, because I graduate next month, and
Okay.
after that, I think there will be like a little space of time.
Sure.
I actually just this morning had an interview for a consultancy job, which if I get it, like it kind of
Awesome.
may be a little bit chaotic, but hopefully it'll be like a more firm schedule,
Yeah.
and then I might be able to like do more like both than tabletop stuff and also just dick around on Twitch. But
Yeah.
before I go, like, I think all y'all have seen my Twitter and the rotten
Yeah.
sewage garbage it is. And you have
It
a
is.
Discord.
It is something sometimes, that's for sure.
It is something. Like you'll see one thing about like ecology, then censorship that should happen. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. But
Okay.
night, y'all. Y'all take
right.
care.
Thank
and
you.
I
I
hope
appreciate
I
you
get to play with
joining.
y'all again
Yeah.
soon.
Yep, we'll see you
Bye.
around. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty. And then there were
Alright.
3.
And
Okay.
then there
Yeah.
were 3.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any other questions about it.
What was Eleanor's flaws?
Flaws? Did I write
Yeah.
down
Take a look.
flaws?
I think you
There
did.
was something in there. I know it was.
Oh, I see them.
Where are they? Oh, under flaws. Yeah. Okay. She has disliked because we figured Thomas would not like a scientist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She didn't really push it
disliked
too
by the
much.
faithful.
Yeah. She figured they'd clash, you know? I mean,
Mhm.
I figured they'd clash. And she was kind of, you know, every time he's doing his thing with the Bible and all that, she's like, okay, great. You know, like, what is this going to do?
And I will say, Thomas really threw a curveball at me, wanting the eyeless nurse to come back,
Yeah.
because that wasn't something. And
That
I
was
and I
interesting.
and I made a roll originally. She
Uh-huh.
wasn't coming.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I said, it's good for the story. And I decided to bring her back because I rolled and she wasn't coming. But I
Yeah,
thought, fuck
yeah.
it, rolls don't mean anything. So
Rolls don't mean anything. They didn't see it. I can do what I want.
Exactly. And I kind of thought it's gonna be pretty heavy. I was like, it's already been pretty heavy. I was like, let's lighten it up just slightly. so
Yeah.
she came back,
Mhm.
and
Taking power back in her hands.
Aloysius probably knows what she used. I don't know if you know.
I do, but I don't remember what it's called.
There's
off
an
the top of my head.
arcanoid called keening, which is basically like that, like singing. Like if you think of banshees.
Yep, that was what I thought.
Yeah,
First off, I got Irish heritage.
There's a wraith
yeah.
power called keening, which is like singing, making noises, and she was basically like unloading on him.
Yep,
So-
I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what that is, but I couldn't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I try not to, bury people in terms in games because I want the story to flow, because I want you to be able to watch this without knowing anything about Wraith. You shouldn't have to know anything
Yes,
about Wraith.
because this is a hunter game.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And I,
Yes.
and you don't need to go, oh shit, I need to know this game. I need to know this game
Yeah.
because I can't stand
No.
that.
Yeah,
when
no, you
people are like-
you definitely shouldn't need to be able to know any of that. The only thing you should need to know are the things that exist within the confines of the games that you're playing.
Right. Mhm.
Like, and if you like know other knowledge of other games, then it just helps contextualize it for you.
Yep.
When you're when it like pops up in other games, like
Mhm.
if like werewolf stuff pops up in Vampire, it's like you don't need to know
Oh,
shit
yeah.
about you don't need to know shit about Werewolf the Apocalypse, but if you
Right.
know shit about Werewolf the Apocalypse, then you're like, oh, that's probably what that
Yeah.
is, or maybe
Yeah.
that's what this is, kind of deal.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We are at our longest broadcast
Oof,
in
yes, we
the
are.
channel's history. So,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go, but if you come
Yeah.
up with anything else you want to ask about, you can obviously shoot me a message. Thank you guys for making this game a success.
That was fun
And
and creepy
absolutely.
and just wonderful. And you handled the scene with the nurse originally really well.
Thank you.
Enough where you know this is what's going on, but that's
yes.
yeah.
I
was
try
well
to.
done.
Thank you. Try
Yeah.
to just state it, but not dwell on it. But
Right.
yeah.
Yes,
So,
it's
okay,
like
good.
it's like all right, say enough of what it is so everyone knows it, but we don't gotta go into detail about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that
Good.
was
Okay,
done
thank you.
well. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, okay. Well, let's wrap up. And who knows? Maybe at some point we'll bring these characters back.
They
Maybe.
lived. I mean,
Yes.
lived.
Now
They lived.
They lived.
now I
Yes.
know what I'm spending my XP on.
Yeah. He is probably going to have a bad limp for quite a while.
Oh,
Probably.
oh yeah. He's definitely gonna be walking around with like one of those fancy Victorian canes for sure.
All right,
Oh, my
guys.
goodness. All right.
Thanks for everything, and thanks everybody watching and watching this on YouTube or Twitch. Please give us a like and subscribe, and we will see you all later. Have a good night. Bye.
All right.
Bye.